The most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin a.k.a. MMAnomaly, Emiliano a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano, and Alex Pip a.k.a. Pip's Piano Tips.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show, No Filter. I'm your host, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and with me, as usual, are the co-hosts with the most, talking about a Jive Turkey Nano, talking about an Alex Pip, a.k.a., you know him, you love him, Pip's Piano Tips, folks. If you don't recognize him, it's because he's not, firmly just destroying a husk of meat right now, taking all the meat off the bone, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll put these up here so that way you know who he is, just in case you didn't know. Let's jump into the chat first and foremost. We got WMC, woo! Doing his best Ric Flair impression, and what a good one it is. We got Tico Tech LLC, my boy, my brother. I hope you're doing well, man. I always love seeing you in here, and gosh, what's the chat after this, man? I feel like it's been too long. But before we jump into anything else, and before we get into these fights, first things first. Pip, how you doing, brother?
Oh, doing good. We had another busy week, but we're back at it. We had a great card to talk about, so I'm happy to be here. Nano, how you doing?
Let's go. Great to hear, Pip. I'm doing good as well, man. All is well. That ends well. Enjoying some nice sunshine here in San Francisco today. Great vibes, brother, for this Tuesday, a little Taco Tuesday. Might have to make some tonight, but that vibes are high, brother. Yeah, it was a bittersweet fight card, to say the least, here as we dive into it. But MMAnomaly, as it toss back to you, how you doing, brother?
Zero complaints, and it's been a busy week. It has been a very busy week so far, but as I tell my significant other, busy does not mean bad, folks. It just means busy. So busy it is, not bad though. And Pip, I mean, you summed it up well. Like, we have a hell of a card to talk about. I know a lot of people talked a lot of little bit of trash, a little bit, depending on who you are. People were talking trash either way. Some were saying it could be the worst location card we've ever seen. Some say it's the worst. I didn't think it was that. I thought it was actually pretty damn fun. There were a good number of finishes, and even some of the fights that weren't finishes were far from snoozers. So let's go ahead and get into it. At the top of the event, we had proper Mike Mallot coming in against Gilbert Dorino Burns. Man. Nano, I'll let you take the lead on this one. Take some of the meat off the bone, but not all of it. Pip's a hungry, growing boy.
I got you, brother. I got you. I'll do the best I can here, but thank you for dishing me the rock. Man, main event of the evening here comes Saturday night in front of a Canadian crowd, as Tico Tech points out here. It was a good crowd. You're absolutely right. Loved that they cheered for Dorino. And that's probably a great segue here and great place to start the conversation off. And it's all respect to Dorino. I think we all admire the career he's had. We know the type of dog he absolutely is. It was shocking to see that he was 39 years old. This junkyard dog, though he's got a lot of tread on those tires, never wavered from the best fighters, always said yes to every opponent, has fought the best of the best, and has given us some instant classic fights, and has had some phenomenal finishes, and it's all around a great career. Like, we got to give credit where it's due. I think we all were hoping to see what we've seen recently with a Cub Swanson or Robbie Lawler, and why I mention those names is because they went out on top. They ended their career. They knew they were retiring, and they beat the brakes off their opponent, and they rode off into the sunset. Unfortunately, that doesn't always happen for these guys, right? Especially when you're someone like a Gilbert, you're fighting at the top of the top again and again and again. And the fact that he was ranked number 11 as well just goes to show, like, this guy's a top 10 welterweight in our era, you can argue, at least even in today, right here and now, he was number 11 in the world before he decided to hang him up. And you got to admire it. I think the reality was he was about a step behind. I think you can, I'll leave the X's and O's to my boy Pip, and I'll leave the extras to MMAnomaly here. But I think you could just kind of tell it was just that half a second of delay in speed and even just that extra edge and tenacity and that little less tread on the tires. It just, they laid $1 short for boy Gilbert. I think it was time, right? I mean, could he have fought a couple more times and made some more money? Of course, but I think he's doing good on the podcasting. So, and if he's still going to keep it up with Matty Betts and Money Moicano, I think there's going to be some checks to be cashed there in his new endeavor in podcasting. So shout out to Gilbert, great career and great performance by Mike Mallot. Though, he is 34 years old, he's now got a number next to his name, and boy, does he need to have some urgency and see how far he can climb up the ladder. But good on him. He had that 5-round experience, so I guess this was probably to be expected, right, boys? But Pip, now that I'm off my soapbox, brother, give us the breakdown, man. How'd you feel? What'd you see out there?
No, I mean, a beautiful speech regarding Gilbert Burns. I mean, it's one of those things, too, where it's kind of a bittersweet ending, but I'm sure we're still going to, see him coaching and doing some corner work in there. So I think he's still going to be a part of the sport. He's still got a lot to give. But I do have to give a big shout out to Uncle Olin here on this one. I mean, I think you predicted this one down to the T. I mean, I think you said Mike was going to stuff the shots. He was going to pick his shots from the outside. And that's exactly what he did. I mean, damn, I think you even called a 3rd round finish. And what happened? A 3rd fucking round finish. I mean, Mystic Olin. Props to you. But I mean, get your aluminum hats. Get the foil out. But I mean, overall, it was a great fight. I mean, it was a very slow start to the fight. I mean, both guys were really making a lot of reads. Mike was measuring the distance, trying to find his way to kind of box in the pockets, trying to catch Gilbert, especially when he would load up big. And Gilbert had a few, good time shots, getting to the hips, getting in close. Not much to it, just a way to kind of really get in range. And he did find that clubbing right hand a few times. It was almost there every time that he threw it, but it did get through a few times. I mean, he also had success with the lead leg kicks. He was kind of throwing that jab, low kick combo. But Mike really made several good adjustments throughout the fight. Started timing the straight hands right after the leg kick would land, and it made Gilbert a little bit more hesitant throwing those kicks. Mike also did a great job just defending the takedowns. I mean, honestly, it looked really clean and tuned up. It looked better than I've ever seen. Now, I know Gilbert's more of a BJJ guy, but he's still a solid grappler. I mean, he looked good. He had fast hips, good sprawls, and it just showed great fight IQ in there. He didn't force anything. He landed big shots, stepped back to avoid the counters and fire back from Gilbert. He set up the jab with the uppercut, and he set that up perfectly. He was landing hooks in the pocket, and when Gilbert got in range, and eventually he kind of had to change the high guard. He kind of more started out like this, and then had to kind of transition over to that. Once he saw that, I mean, he had great eyes. He was throwing that uppercut right down the middle of it, and it landed every time. And then he started throwing hooks after the uppercuts. I mean, as the guard would shift, he kind of had to keep him guessing. Either way, he was kind of headhunting. But either way, I mean, they were getting through. I mean, just solid shot selection. And Gilbert went down a few times. The other smart move that Mike made was just he wasn't rushing in when Gilbert would go down. I mean, he may have landed a few shots, but he never fully engaged in a jiu-jitsu match. I mean, if it got too risky, he would let Gilbert get back up and then engage again, do the same thing. And he really started picking him apart inside the pocket, especially in round 3, and that's where we got the finish. He was very patient. Uppercuts, left hooks that got through. They sat him down, and he just unloaded some nasty ground and pound with it. Very fun and a very technical fight. So if it wasn't for Gilbert Burns retiring, other than that, it was a proper fight. Uncle, and what you got on this one?
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. Couldn't have scripted it any better myself. If I'm calling a spade here, boys. I did call it. This is exactly how I saw this one playing out in my mind of minds, my heart of hearts. I just knew that Gilbert, being the uncle he is, right? Like he's going to come out there and do everything he can to seal the early rounds. And if and when that fails, it's just going to be like a snowball going downhill. It's going to carry momentum and it's going to gain weight, speed, and power, man. And that's exactly what Mike Mallot did in this fight, right? Like if we break it down per round, in the first round, Gilbert Burns was pretty relentless with the takedowns. He attempted 4 of them in the first round. And it was fairly close. It was competitive as far as rounds go on the feet, right? 11-13 in total significant strikes. with Mallot, of course, edging it out, and 13-12 on total strikes with Mallot edging that out. And then in round 2, you knew it was going to happen. It slowed down, right? I called this. I thought as long as he stuffed the early onslaught, he'd be able to kind of coast throughout the rest until he found the right shots and pick them apart at range. He did just that. Just 2 takedowns. It's 50% as many takedowns in that second round that came his way. And as a result of it, again, he stuffed both of those with relative ease. But Gilbert actually edged him out in round 2 on the total strikes and significant strikes by 1 on each. I'll be honest, not reading it from a stat sheet, I didn't see it that way. I thought that Mike was landing the better strikes. I thought that, pun intended, he was the more proper fighter fundamentally. He was just setting everything up from a fundamental standpoint. And I said this in Useless's live chat just maybe an hour or 2 ago. He's got to be a coach's wet dream. Like, his coaches must fucking love him, man. Like, everything he throws, exactly like Faber says, it's just proper. It's right. And then enter round 3. Gilbert has now, again, reduced the takedown attempts by 50%. He's down to 1 takedown attempt in the round in which he gets finished. And it's the only round in which he established any control time. He got 1 whopping second of it to the 14 seconds of Mike Mallot. Now, this is where it gets real sticky and real tricky. Mallot just starts opening up. It's like at some point he realized, I think when maybe Gilbert hit him, I think it was like 22, 23 seconds in, he's like, oh, that one didn't feel like the first round or the second round. I can take these all day. And then Mike just kind of walked forward, walked through the lava, and pelted him with his own shots. He did, I believe, it was like a 3-4-3, but the first 3-4 were to the body, just ta ta ta, and came over the top. And mind you, the first 2 body shots did not hit. Gilbert was already blocking his body at that point. That's exactly what he wanted. He just wanted to build momentum. He's already here. This is loaded. Whoosh, right over the top. And that's exactly what happened. And you saw it clip. Gilbert went down like a sack of wet potatoes and or a wet sack of potatoes. And man, it was a great performance for Mike Mallot. Tough stuff to see Gilbert Durinho Burns go like that. We knew that he was going to go out on his shield at some point. Just didn't know it'd be like this, quite frankly, boys. I'm going to pour a shot for this guy because he's had a legendary career as far as careers go. He has always put on performances. He almost beat Khamzat. He looked really good in that first round against Kamaru Usman. He's put it on for the fans. You can never say that he didn't try his fucking hardest, you know? So cheers to you guys. Cheers to Gilbert Durinho Burns to a great career. And on to the next one, man. Cheers.
Salute.
Tico Tech says he needs a good test. Who do y'all think he should play next? We're definitely going to give you that right now, my guy. But before that, I have to ask a question to you, everyone else in the chat, and the guys on the panel with me. Gilbert, put the gloves down. He said this was his last fight. He said he's hanging him up, which is fine. He's doing well with the podcast, as Nano said. But I got a question for you boys. What if the UFC says they're going to Brazil in August? You don't think he'd want to hop on that card and potentially get sail off into the sunset moment at home versus going into somebody else's backyard and being cannon fodder?
Maybe. I mean, he's only 39. He is coming off of now 2 back-to-back knockout losses, though. So I think that could be the only
5
thing.
back-to-back losses.
Losses, right? But the last 2 are knockouts. I mean, I don't know if he's more I could see him competing in jiu-jitsu matches, but
that's it, Tico. That's it, my guy.
That's fair.
MMA fighters don't retire.
Fair.
They just take breaks. It's like becoming a parent. You don't take vacations. The job just relocates.
I could never rule it out.
Yeah, I think with the wrestling thing, like with the RAF League, and then that, I mean, it would.
I could see him with RAF. That could definitely be a fun side quest for him. Yeah. Him versus Colby or someone in RAF. That fucking just, come on, put asses in seats.
Yes, Gilbert's still in good shape. He's strong. He's always been one of those kind of guys, just freakish strength and good athleticism. And obviously we know what he can do on the mat when it comes to the jiu-jitsu. But yeah, maybe
he's also I was gonna say with jiu-jitsu, he's a 2-time national champion in Brazil, I think.
Yeah, so that'd be fun. He could. I wouldn't be surprised if he stays in the game. Like I said, even involved somehow, still in camp, still helping people out. Like, but it's hard to go through it, man. It's hard to be in there, and putting the blood, sweat, and tears. He's done it for a long time. He's got kids or older now. I mean, we had the chance to meet him at one of the expos, like just down to earth, man, like just salt of the earth. And it's crazy to think like he's so cool, calm, collected, and such a nice guy. Then he goes in there and just pulverizes people. It's like, man, but
you know who else I had the pleasure of meeting? It was actually the year before you started joining me at International Fight Week, Nano, and I was leaving the expo. He wasn't even there for the expo. I mean, he wasn't even part of the expo. He was just there to hang out and meet fans and stuff. And what a cool guy.
Hey.
What a cool guy proper Mike Mallot is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a cool guy. Nice guy. Speaking of nice guy, Mike Mallot, proper Mike. What's next? What's next, Nano? Who do you have on the tip of your tongue, my guy?
Yeah, and I think this is one of those situations where he beat a good opponent, a great opponent in Gilbert, and I think just looking at the landscape as it is today, the reality is a lot of people have dance partners already. A lot of them do. I mean, the name I want to see, because there's two that kind of make sense here, but the one I like, and I think it could be a fight night main event, most likely. I think both guys have enough name value and rankings make sense. I'm looking at a Michael Venom Page, MVP, number 12, against the Mike Mallot, newly entered the chat here at 11. I thought
for sure you were going to take my pick. I'm surprised you did.
Like I said, I mean, there is another one, I'm sure. Hey, I'm not going to spoil it. Well, you'll have to wait to hear his pick, y'all. Pip, what do you got, brother?
I really like a name that you mentioned earlier in a Kamaru Usman. I really like the idea of just him being able to fight an actual grappler and kind of go more down that route. I think that's the one area that he needs to be tested in, and I think Kamaru Usman is a good step up, but a winnable fight for him as well. Uncle Olin, what you got?
So I got a low end and I got a high end. Because I'm in corporate sales and marketing. You have to anchor things to a low end and high end pitch here. So going with that as I will, on the low end, I got Euros the Doctor Medic. He's looked really stunning in his last 3 performances. By the way, all 3 of which were TKOs. Hell, his last 5 wins were TKO wins. And his last 2 losses were a TKO and a sub loss. So, I mean, the guy doesn't go the distance. So it'd be interesting to see what happens when he's paired with a Mike Mallot, who is very durable. And even if he loses fights, he's winning them until the moment he loses. Right? A la Neil Magny. On the high end, if you want to see him just really go out there and stand and bang, not have to really worry about takedowns coming his way, what do we think about a Leon Rocky Edwards on the other end of that Kamaru Usman?
Yeah, that's not a bad shout because
he's coming off of 3 back-to-back losses. He can't fight up. You're coming off 3 losses. I don't care what the name value is. Like, you got to fight down. So give him a Mike Mallot. Usman won't even fight a top 3 guy. I agree, bro. I agree, Tico. He's got to fight somebody. Jimbo's old lady. Shout out to the legend in the chat here. Sad to see Burns go, but a well-deserved retirement is right. He's a pretty thoughtful guy, though. I can see him actually retiring and coaching or something. It's the meatheads who can never put the gloves down for good. I agree, Tico Tech. I definitely agree. If that happens, put him on a Poirier card. On a Poirier card? What are you talking about? Poirier card? Poirier's retired, bro. Poirier card are you talking about?
So is Burns. I think we were talking about Burns.
Oh, okay. I was like, what
Burns coming back.
But yeah, I mean, I'm down. I'm down to see Poirier come back. Let him fight Ryan Garcia in a boxing match. Make a big payday. You know what I'm saying? Laissez le bon temps rouler, mon ami. What up, Grimy, my guy? Let's go. I mean, the other guys also deserved air horns that we've already talked about. Tico Tech. You know, Chris Cushman. Just gonna play him a couple times. You guys all deserve the air horns. Fucking legends. Mallot versus Leon Edwards. That come on, Grimy. Did you say that after I said it, or you said that before I said? You said that before I said that, I think. Wow, Grimy. We're back. We're back to hive minding, bro. Put the tinfoil hats back on, folks. We're here all night.
It's not a big jump either, because I think Edwards is ranked number 8, and Mike Mallot's now 11.
Oh, is he number 8? He's number 8. You're right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was looking at Topology. Topology only has Mallot at number 14. So if he's number 11, that fight makes a lot of sense, bro. Come on.
It could.
That's why me and Olin friends. That's facts. That's facts, Grimy. That's facts, bro. Speaking of facts are we got to move down this fight card, folks. Let's go into the bantamweight division for a fight between Kyler Phillips, or as I like to call him, the adult Gerber baby. I mean, if you put his picture next to the Gerber baby picture, it's like they photoshopped facial hair on it. It's kind of crazy. Coming in against Charles Air Jourdain, who, again, going to make a comparison here. Have you ever seen the actor that plays Frenchie in The Boys and Charles Jourdain in the same room at the same time? I haven't. They look the same. They sound the same.
That is preposterous. I see no things. I see nothing like this.
Brother, you see it, right? They look just alike. I showed Mary a side by side and she's like, no, that's the same guy.
The proper Frenchman.
And then I played a video of Charles Jourdain talking and she's like, oh my God, is he French? And I'm like, yeah, he literally speaks French. And she's like, what the fuck?
French Canadian. Yeah.
What are the odds that they look alike and they both speak French? It's kind of wild.
Perhaps they have the same papa. You never know.
Maybe they have the same papa, you know? Different career paths. You know what I say? So with that, let's go ahead and jump into the carnivorous one himself for the lead on this one. Pip, what were your thoughts on this bantamweight banger that won fight of the night?
Yeah, Kyler Phillips versus Charles Jourdain. I mean, it was a great fight, a very high-level fight between two future contenders, in my opinion. I mean, Kyler Phillips came out with just relentless takedowns. Jourdain was defending quite well, but ultimately got controlled for the most part. Phillips was able to, escape all the submission attempts, transitioned well, and just had good flow on top. Charles did a good job of just kind of defending the wrists. Even used the Kimura attempt quite a few times to escape positions to get back to his feet. And Kyler did a good job of just kind of controlling the legs, kept good head position and transitions well. I mean, Charles is a maniac as always. He kept pushing the pace, throwing flying knees. I think he had some rolling thunder kicks at some point too. I mean, he was all over the place. I mean, he found some really good straight hands, stacking investments to the body, teep kicks, hooks in the clinch. You could see the effect halfway through round two. I mean, Charles had really good head kicks, nasty uppercuts, started defending the takedown attempts a lot better, and Kyler just was on the back foot the whole time. Found sharp left hands as Kyler tried pulling back, and he started landing his own takedowns. I mean, it's a really competitive fight between two solid athletes. I mean, Charles was able to edge out rounds 2 and 3. It was a solid fight. But Nano, what'd you think on this one?
Yeah, bro, that absolutely was. Great breakdown, my boy, as always. My boy's never missing over here. But yeah, man, this was an absolute banger. It was a great co-main event choice here, and it was that exactly for a reason. One fight of the night. Friendly reminder of why the bantamweight division is just such a fun division, boys. Everyone that's in there just loves to swing and bang, and the pace is always high octane, and we see high level striking, at its finest here, and that's what we got on both sides here of this fight. Obviously, Kyler Phillips was looking to lean in more on the takedowns. He really didn't want to allow Charles Air Jourdain to stay in the pocket and start making it more of an actual brawl. We all know that's what Charles Air Jourdain does best, is really just capitalize in those exchanges, in those firefights, and allow himself to just kind of rely on those instincts and reactions as opposed to trying to be so specific about a game plan and things like that. Though what I'm trying to say is, again, he loves being in the mix, if you will. But yeah, brother, absolutely entertaining fight. It felt like Kyler Phillips was shocked that he lost the fight. Again, only watched it once, watched it as a fan. I'm also biased. I'm a big Charles Air Jourdain guy myself. So was really just leaning his direction and felt like I was finding myself maybe getting more amped up. And it felt like his shots were just landing a little bit harder. I mean, Kyler was obviously a little more beat up down the stretch, but there were some takedowns. There's some control. I candidly was unsure how it was going to go. Honestly, my gut was telling me that maybe Charles didn't do enough. He was trying to really put that pace on and knock out Kyler. I thought maybe that was in desperation. That's also just Charles's style, right? He just wants to go in there and try to knock his opponent out. But he got his hand raised, and that's the way it goes. I thought he did enough. Thought it was close enough. Obviously, one fight of the night, so it was entertaining as all get. But both guys can't always win. MMAnomaly, what did you see in there, brother?
It was a fun fight. There's a reason it won fight of the night, right? These guys get paid, which is great. Round 1 was mostly grappling heavy, with Phillips controlling, Jourdain on the mat for most of it, edging the round on all 3 judges' scorecards, I believe. But Jourdain rallied hard, showing excellent ability to get back to his feet, and not only that, but find success when doing so. He took over in rounds 2 and 3. He had cleaner volume striking, forward pressure. a late flying knee to add a little salt to the wound, and of course, your hefty dose of spinning shit, right? It was competitive, and both guys really left it all in the cage, I felt. But the judges and myself saw it 29-28 in favor of the Canadian. Third straight win at bantamweight, and he went on the Helwani show, I believe today or yesterday, and said that that uppercut from Jean Silva changed his life. It made him a better man. It made him decide to go to bantamweight, and it showed him kind of the error of his ways in a number of ways. So good on him. I think this was a fantastic showing, a fantastic performance, and I mean, come on. Stand up, your boy got it done. I thought it was a showcase performance for him. I thought it was really nice. But before we move into this next fight, which I'm very excited to talk about, and I will be doing another shot for, even though I got it right, folks, got to talk about what's next. Pip, you took the lead on this one. So what's the name or names burning on the tip of your tongue for what should be next for Air Jourdain?
Yeah, what I think should be next for Charles Jourdain is a little bit higher up the list, maybe even some ranked competition. But I really like Marcus McGee or even Chito Vera. I think both of those could be really good fights. What do you got on this one?
Nano, what you got?
Ooh, definitely both great names. Specifically, even someone like a Marlon Chito Vera. I really like that a lot. But I was thinking, and I agreed. I think top 15er. We need someone with a number next to their name for aboard Charles Air Jourdain. He's charismatic. He's got the wins he's stacking up against here, even like a Kyler Phillips, as we mentioned. I like number 15. Give me Farid Basharat. Give me one of the Basharat boys. 15-0, undefeated guy. Charles is willing to answer the bell. And if he takes the O from someone like that, you get his number, you take the O. Charles can take that and continue to run and try to go on a title run here. So that's where I'm leaning. Farid Basharat. What about you, brother?
I like all of those names, but I'm going to throw out two other ones for you and then one wishful thinking name. So the first name I have on my list is Vinicius Oliveira, a.k.a. Loc Dog. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a fun-ass matchup. I just think it'd be a banger. Like, what was the fight? Ivo Berenuski versus Ivo Aslan. I think Joe Rogan or whoever was on the mic that night said, this is like a bar fight between two UFC trained athletes right now. This is not a UFC fight. And I feel like that would be apropos. That'd be a great way to describe how that fight would probably look. So sign me up, as Fry from Futurama would say, shut up and take my money. I'm here for it. Outside of that, there's a couple of obvious names here. Peyton Talbot builds a name off of these kind of older, wily dogs. Might be another good one for him. Or might be a good stepping stone to get him big brothered like he did when he fought Raoni Barcelos, a.k.a. Uncle Howney. You know what I'm saying? I like that fight a lot. But if I'm, playing my real matchmaker hat here and I'm just being real wishful thinking, we have a fight coming up in May 30th. And it's between number 7 and number 8. Davison Figueiredo and Song Kung Fu Kid Yadong. I think the loser of that fight could make a lot of sense if they don't take a shit ton of damage for a Charles Air Jourdain. What do you guys think about those?
I love Oliveira. That is a solid. I think that might be my favorite one. Oliveira is just a fun fight.
It's just a train wreck.
Yeah.
But like a skilled train wreck.
Yeah, and Oliveira just lost to Bautista, so he is ranked though, isn't he?
He is. I think he's like 11th or 12th, something like that. Yeah, he's 12th on Tapology. I can tell you right now, UFC ranking.
Oliveira, he's 12th on UFC as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, he is coming off that loss to Bautista, which there was somebody actually had said in the chat here about the fight getting announced. When did Mario Bautista versus Sandhagen get booked? Let's fucking go. Lazy Bet always coming in with the stats and facts and stats. Earlier today.
Hell yeah.
We appreciate Lazy Bet. The man on the ground, as we call him. Grimy. Okay, Lazy. I was confused. LOL. Thanks, bro. Tico Tech says, Cheeto is an easy win for him and really for everyone. Oh, bro. Come on. I will tell you, not once, but twice when I met Chito Vera, I've never seen another human being that just twacked. His pupils were bigger than his whole fucking eyeball. It's crazy. He also disappeared from the VIP meet and greet like 15 minutes into an hour activation. Just disappeared. It was well. We did get to take a picture with him before he disappeared, but let me tell you, like I complimented him, and I don't think he knew he was in a building. If you want a guy to watch you beat his ass, that's your guy. That's fair. And again, this is why me and Olin are friends. Let's go, Grimy. Vinicius needs to move up. He's cutting too much weight. I definitely agree with that. Let Charles send him up. Charles is going to be like, my friend, you are cutting too much weight. Go to my old weight class for you. I think that's a fun ass matchup. So with that, let's just go and move into the next one. Oh man, you know what? I said I was going to take a shot for the next one, even though I was right. But that's another fight from now. I am going to take a shot on this one because I was wrong. Mandel Nalo. Rat garbage coming in against the Black Country Banger. And what we found out, what we learned, as I like to ask you guys, what did you learn this weekend? What we learned is the same guy that hurt Ilia Topuria. He's still there. He's still there. He's still the Black Country Banger. I mean, he just spoiled the debut, right? In brutal highlight reel fashion. Bounced back strong after some recent struggles. Mandel came out aggressive, had a lot of power and forward pressure, was looking to make a big statement. But, I said last week when we talked, damn it, Pip. The guy's a black belt in not only Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but also Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. Like, he's got so many skills on the mat. Did you see any of those skills on the mat? I saw none of them. Nope. I didn't even see him try to use those skills on the mat. Pip.
Not a lick.
Kind of thing that makes me want to drink. He didn't. Like, he just was like, fist go bang. That was his game plan, I think. Fist go bang. And he was right. In part, fists do go bang, but opponent fists go bang also. And that's what happened on Saturday, right? It was a nasty knockout sequence. Like, Black Country Banger has hands, shoulders, knees, and toes, but the hands are the best part. And he proved that. He hurt him. He dropped him. And like, there were moments where Mandel looked like he was hurt already, but he's like, I'm just going to keep coming forward because fuck it. Why not? I could beat this guy. That's not the move, bro. Like, we said this about somebody, I feel like 3 weeks ago. I think it was Israel Adesanya, right? Like, he's always had heart. He's always had toughness. But when you start relying on the heart, when you start relying on the toughness, we are making a vast mistake. You rely, like, if you're playing an RPG, toughness, like, buffs, they don't kick in until you're at 10% health, bro. You don't start with that shit. Plus 10% range. No, motherfucker, you're almost dead when that shit kicks in. Don't rely on it. And that's what Mandel was doing. So it was a tough learning lesson for the guy. And yeah, bro changed his nickname to Mango. Rat Garbage would have won that fight. Thanks, Tico. I agree. You know what, Pip? This one is on me. This one is on me 100%. I should have known. I literally mentioned that he changed his nickname to Mango, but we were still going to call him Rat Garbage last week. And nope. You're right, Tico. He's not Rat Garbage anymore. Rat Garbage wouldn't have got beat like that. That's Mango. That guy got smushed like a mango. You know what I'm saying?
Let that man go.
He thought he was tough like mango skin, but not quite. Cheers, folks. If you're drinking, drink with us. If you're not, that's fine. Raw dog some oxygen. You know what I'm saying? Just take a deep breath of fresh air. And like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. You know what I mean? Cheers. Appreciate you being here.
Hello.
Today, choose to be Rat Garbage, not Mango. Goddamn. I still can't believe that fight happened. Just hate to see it. You just hate to see it. Nano. What did we learn other than debuts are tough? You know?
Yeah, debuts are tough, and
debuts are tough.
Anything can happen in this sport, brother. If you don't put out your opponent,
that man said, "I got this."
You never know. That was absolute crazy exchange, absolute crazy fight. The back and forth was insane, and I think it was just something about Mandelo's face that just, I don't know, it threw me off. Like, he he looked too. He was trying to do like his Blue Steel impression.
Come on, Grimy. That's fucked up. They have great head movement.
And I don't know what was going on in there, but man, he just started getting plummeted, and he was just not able to weather the storm. Jai Herbert is someone that, like we talked about, has taken some punches from Anilia Topuria and some of the other savvy veterans in this division. So I think he's been in deeper waters and was able to recover. But man, that was an entertaining fight. I think I learned that Jai Herbert still got that dog in him, definitely. And Mandel, man down is what I'd say there. I learned that he is man down. Pip, take it away, brother.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, what a comeback for Jai. I mean, he got hurt bad early, got dropped multiple times, came back, landed that right hook. And I mean, once he found that timing on the hooks, I mean, the fight was pretty much over. I mean, it was a very, very fun fight for as long as it lasted. I mean, Mandel, I mean, he came out with the heat early. He had no respect for Jai. Just quick kicks, found that right straight early and often. He dropped Jai Herbert 3 separate times with the same shot. I mean, that shot just comes out quick, long, and precise. And Mandel gets Jai against the fence. Jai finds a perfect right hook as Nalo loads up, and he puts Nalo on his back. And Nalo showed heart. I mean, he was hunted for the leg lock. Jai was landing devastating hammersmiths, and Nalo, he was able to survive that rally, but not for long. They got back in the pocket, throwing hooks again. Nalo would load up that shot, and Nalo went on the back foot. And he, 2 hooks back to back that kind of just ended the show, and then some brutal ground and pound with it. And I mean, Jai said he wants to be more active, so it was definitely he wants to come back in the summer as well. So I'm genuinely hoping we start seeing him more, especially I think he's 37 now. So I'm hoping we get to see the Black Country Banger run some of these.
Man, what a great fight for him. I was very impressed. I don't want to take anything away from him, right? Or say that this was luck or anything like that, because it definitely was not luck. But he was facing a debutant. He was facing someone who was under the bright lights for the first time. And I will say I do think that got to him a little bit. And there is something to just wanting to, kind of be your own version of Gambit out here and make a name for yourself.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
But most of the time, more often than not, that backfires, right? I had Nalo in that fight. Really thought I had it. Then, bam. You and me both, Jimbo's old lady. My freaking goodness. Yeah, as far as what should be next for this guy, like, we can't pole vault him up to the top, right? But I wouldn't mind seeing him get in there with a number of different guys. I got 3 names here, and hopefully I don't take all the meat off the bone. Call me Pip. I got Thiago Moises coming off a loss on this same very card. I think that's a fun one. Let me put up an apropos picture here. There we go. As I continue on.
There we go.
As I continue on, I'll have to make one of me with the meat with Nano in the picture as well. But for the other one, I have Kyle the Monster Nelson, which I think is a fun shout. Oh, I fucking finally got this motherfucker back for the last 3 shows, you son of a bitch. Welcome to my world, baby. And then the other one, Nano, I'm looking at you. Fearless Lance Gibson Jr.
Oh, shit.
Was that your name?
I had him as one of them, yep.
Let's go.
No way.
You fucked.
I don't know how the hell you... I was like, why are you looking at me? I was like, oh, what? That was a fearless.
Did you drop a Kyle Nelson?
Me? You telling me?
No, Olin. Did you drop a Kyle Nelson?
I did say Kyle Nelson. Kyle the Monster Nelson.
Son of a bitch. So you took... Did you say Matt Frivola?
I did not say Frivola. I didn't say the steamroller. That's
Frivola.
a fun one, though.
There we go.
That's a fun one. We got robbed. Olin. 100%. Nuts and bolts. We got screwed.
Nuts and bolts.
Say it all the time. Terrence McKinney says grimy. Tico Tech says that's horrifying, LOL. I'm assuming you're talking about the picture. This is the one that we usually show. Look at this. Look at this guy. Just Pips, just taking the meat off the bone over here. And then we have a couple of variations of it.
We have a nice collage at this point.
We really do. Look at this. Dinner with the MMAnomaly Show might be my favorite.
Very comic book-esque. I like it.
It's so good. This one's pretty fire, too.
The impact, oh, man. Look at those teeth. Look at those chompers.
Oh, man.
I'll be waiting for those Anomaly shirts.
I've been working on a couple of different concepts. I think I sent some in the group chat. So with that being said, it's obvious that Pip wanted Kyle the Monster Nelson. Did you have any other names, Pip? You said Steamroller.
Yep, Frivola. That was my other one. And then you've named everything.
Bones on both sides makes it look like knee meat or some shit. But it's like the caveman bones. It's dinosaur meat, dog.
It is, yeah, like the Flintstones or something.
Like pterodactyl leg, brother.
Yeah. Rhinoceros leg.
No. Did you have any other names on the tip of your tongues, or just the fearless one, Lance Gibson Jr.?
That was one of them. I felt like that was my more, I guess, better pick out of the two. I had Beast Boy on there as well. Mike Davis, 33 years old, coming off a knockout win. Just felt like maybe a little bit more of a savvy bet.
I literally said that to fucking pay you, bro. This guy has literally sent so many random dinosaur GSP related questions to the MMA group chat before Pip was inducted into it.
Well, and pterodactyls that's the bird one, right? That's the big.
Yeah, they're like the skinniest dinosaur, bro.
Yeah.
They're all wings. And there's no meat on the wings. It's not like a chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love you, dude. Never
TK Tech drop spitting heat in here.
he's hilarious.
Get your fucking facts right.
He's like, are you even a GSP fan if you don't know dinosaur facts? Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. Can I just sidebar real quick? Dinosaur related. How cool must it have been to be the guy who had a job of coming up with dinosaur sounds? Because we have no idea what they sounded like. You know what I mean? There's a homie in an office that's like, rah! Pterodactyl.
I'm trying to think of Jurassic Park now. The big long neck one just. Like, what do we think they sound like?
Well, they're hella big, but they choose to just eat plants. So probably like.
So true.
Hold on. Tico Tech says, I DM GSP dinosaur content sometimes, but he never responds. That's the best shit ever, bro.
Keep doing it, TK Tech. One day he will.
Oh man. That's incredible. They sound like Mike Tyson where the sound doesn't match the person. Yeah, 100%. Like you have this guy that you would think would be like, I'm going to break your bones. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to bend you over. I'm going to break your bones in there. I'm going to make it look like you never even boxed before in your entire life. What kind of injury was it? I broke my back. Was it a vertebrae? What kind of back injury? Spinal. Honestly, one of the best interviews of all time. Oh man. On that note, let's just go ahead and talk about one of the real up and comers here. We're talking about the one, the only Jasmine
Jasudavicius.
That's right, folks. She SP, if you will. She SP. And shout out to the GOAT, Jasmine,
Jasudavicius.
for retweeting this picture on Twitter last week before the fight. So I mean, every time I think about my girl Jasmine,
Jasudavicius.
I just have to tell you guys, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. She is just really, really solid. She was zinning and winning out there on Saturday. We saw it. She said it was gum on the Helwani show, but I feel like that was a very smart cop because, you know, technically, I think, as my guy Dana White would say,
that's fucking illegal.
I don't think you can do that. In fact, I think if you get caught doing that,
Federal fucking prison
is where you end up.
I want to see Prates just light a cigarette when he's on the stool next time.
That's horrifying. No, I can't get that picture out of my head. You're welcome, Matua. That's a horrible picture. You're welcome. That pic makes me scared. Oh, you've sent me a ton of things that make me scared, Tico Tech. So you're welcome. Oh, man. So this fight against Karine Silva and my girl Jasmine, the GOAT, you know what I mean?
Jasudavicius.
She just went out there, and I'm pretty sure this one went exactly as I said it would go as well. I said that she would go out there, look to establish the takedowns, kind of control the fight anywhere she could. She might drop around. I think she did. She technically got outlanded, but she established more control time. And in the end, she landed the more significant strikes on a Karine Silva, who I said before, we've seen her gas out. We've seen her start to look a little bit weak in the latter rounds. And I think that this was kind of a fair test of that. Like, she got controlled for 4 minutes in the last round. First round, 1 minute and 49 seconds. Second round, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So the control time went up every single round. She didn't get stronger. She got a little bit weaker. And I saw that happening, right? Like, I wasn't surprised by this fight. It went kind of exactly as I expected it to go. We probably should have bet Jasudavicius by decision. But I digress. You live and you learn, you know? I think the only bet that we actually had really come through for us and save us some units this week was the little three-legger. You know, had a little Jasmine Jasudavicius.
It's actually Jasudavicius.
Sorry about that. And Charles Jourdain and Mike Mallot. Call that a proper parlay, if you will. And with that being said, Pip, I'll come to you. What did you learn from this fight, or was it just kind of business at the office as usual?
Yeah, it was more of a frustrating fight than I almost thought. I mean, it was a very slow pace starting out. I mean, both girls were kind of making a lot of reads, trying to stay at range. And Jasmine ended up, landing a good trip, but Karine kind of did the best work there, I thought, in the first round. I mean, very high guard, kept the pressure on Jasmine's shoulders, and landed some good elbows as well. While she kind of did eat away at some control time, she was able to land, I thought, the more damaging shots, at least just even off of her back. But in the deeper picture, I mean, that's pretty much how the fight went. I mean, it was very much a grappling, heavy fight, which is kind of one thing that I thought as well. And it was, like I said, I thought it was very frustrating ultimately. I mean, Jasmine controlled most of the fight, just used good forward pressure on top. The issue was Karine was not willing to create space. I mean, she limited the offense from Jasmine, I mean, really effectively, just holding limbs, pushing the head back, finding triangle attempts, holding Jasmine tight, landing elbows. And Jasmine did show composure as well. I mean, she was defending the submissions well. It was just textbook defense, and she was able to land some good elbows as well, gain a lot of control time with it, and push Karine's head against the fence to limit some of those submission attempts as well. It controlled the legs, was able to slide into side control, and she just had a lot of intelligent moments. But overall, I mean, it was a very good performance from Jasmine, just kind of keeping her performance, being able to kind of, thank you very much, to kind of just smother her on the ground while avoiding some of the issues, while still being able to kind of edge it out with just the harder shots from on top. And she definitely did start to look worse in that third round, and I think that's when Jasmine was able to kind of do her best work and not being held down as long. But I'll get off my soapbox here. Nano, what'd you think on this one?
I love it, brother. We love the soapbox, man. This is a soap opera, if you will, and you're over there crushing it, brother. So we appreciate you. But no, man, this was business as usual, to answer MMAnomaly's question there at the top. And Jasmine will be the first one to tell you. Double J went in there, and she just wanted to get the W, right? She's not trying to go out there and make a flashy win, not going to go out there, overextend herself, and frankly, just not make any mistakes. So, yeah, was it frustrating to answer, to answer the elephant in the room? Was it maybe the not so sexiest or funnest fight of the night? Yeah, fair. But it was a win for Jasmine against a ranked opponent, someone who is young and up and coming and really, really tough. So sometimes you got to play small ball. Sometimes you just got to play better defense as opposed to having better offense. And that doesn't necessarily lead to fight of the night bonuses for her opponent. So that's just kind of what we saw out there. It's just a smart, savvy veteran, knowing what's at stake, knowing there's a number at her name, knowing that continuing that win streak is only going to help pat her her opportunity for that potential, big contender, or to potentially get a actual title shot someday. So I think it's just one of those things. I hate to knock her. Obviously, we have a lot of fun with Jasmine around here. We're huge fans, and we'll just say that she did what she had to, and I'm sure next time she'll come out and be motivated. Obviously, we'll be healthy. She didn't take a ton of damage, and be ready to be the best version of herself. I don't know how you feel about that, MMAnomaly, but tell people how what you're thinking after that performance.
Yeah, man. I think next fight she's probably going to up to the 12 milligrams, and it's going to be a just a sensational situation. You know what I mean? Just if she were a plant, she'd be tapping into real photosynthesis in that next fight. I can truly feel it, my guy. You know what they say: if you're not zinning, you're not winning. As far as what should be next for her, I mean, I know a lot of chicks don't go see the barber, but I think she might need to. Talking about a Macy barber, the ghost hunter herself. I think that's a fun fight. What do you guys think? You have a name on the tip of your tongue for young Jasmine?
Yeah, I mean, I really like Macy Barber, and the other name that I was thinking was maybe even an Aaron Blanchfield. I think could be a fun fight.
Ooh,
you got it, Grimy. You got it.
Fucking book it. I mean, come on. If you listen to this guy,
I can make you rich.
That's what he's trying to tell you. Come on. Nano, what name did you have, my guy?
Man, I do like the Aaron Blanchfield call out. I do like the barber as well. I wouldn't be mad at either one of those, to be honest with you. I think maybe just to add another one in, just to kind of showcase that the world is Jasmine's oyster at this point. She can fight anybody, but even a Thug Rose, I think, would look great on the resume when it comes to
Thug Rose,
Thug baby, tough opponents, Thug opponents, if you will. Yeah, but again, like honestly, I think the names both you guys mentioned are better. I just want to throw another one to really just reiterate. Jasmine's in the driver's seat. Any of these girls, anyone that's available, she's willing to step up. So there's an injury. I mean, yeah, and it's like, and will they ever do a rematch? Because she lost to Manon Fior. So can they run that back? Do they feel Jasmine's ready? I mean, there's a lot of potential scenarios that all are good things for Double J here. But I like the names you guys mentioned more.
I like the Blanchfield one. I definitely do. I like Blanchfield a lot. I like Thug Rose. I also like Macy. I don't like Manon. It's too soon. And I don't like Alexa Grasso just because after such a vicious win, she shouldn't be forced to fight backwards. I don't think that's fair to her. And that's pretty much all you got ahead of her. Is Thug Rose the female Cheeto? Maybe. They have the same haircut. Sorry, Ben.
Fucked up.
They do have the same haircut. Chico also said Macy's dead still, which Grimy let us know an update here. I'm still nursing Macy back to health. No wonder you haven't been as active in some of the live chats. You're a busy guy. We appreciate you being here then.
Keep doing your thing, Grimy. We appreciate it.
Blanchfield mauls her. Macy is a better matchup. I don't know that Blanchfield mauls her, but I do think Macy's a better matchup just because I picked it. Tico Tech, she used to be so entertaining. Yeah. You either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's what they say. She's in her villain arc, but she hasn't won a fight since the boob job. I was selfish. I'm sorry. LOL. I was going to ask this question in Useless's chat earlier when he was talking about the upcoming fight predictions with Norma Dumont. Big Norm. He was saying how she looked lackluster in her last fight. I was going to ask, and maybe you guys can answer this for me. Was that last fight her first fight after her boob job? Do you think that had anything to do with it? Could have. I don't know much about boob jobs.
Yeah, tough for us to say.
I can't imagine that it feels the same as getting punched in the chest before getting a boob job. If that Grasso finish is all we get in 2026 WMMA, I'll be sad. It's not. We'll definitely get others. Dump truck Dumont. I like to call it Big Norm. You know what I'm saying? That shit will throw you off balance. See, that's what I'm saying, Jimbo's old lady. I feel like you're used to having a set of tools. It's like going to the golf course. Like, even if you get a better set of clubs, you got to get used to them. You know what I mean? You're not going to look good your first time on the green. That's what I'm trying to ask. Was this her first time on the green with a new set of clubs? I think maybe it was. Oh man, I'll stop. I will also jump off the proverbial soapbox. And man, I'll pour up another shot for one I got wrong here. We got Thiago Moises and Gage Young. I literally made a joke. Nano, you would have liked this since you always pick the young guy, you fucking young dick. Now I'm definitely old after I learned how fucking old Pip is. Fucking child. No wonder he calls me uncle.
My bad, everybody.
Nephew. No. It's your good. It's your good. You're gonna live long enough to carry on the show.
I let a lot of people down when I told them that.
It's not a letdown, bro. Trust me. In like 5-6 years, you're gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, that's my age." Deal with it. Jealous. So yeah, I mean, look, I made the joke that it was literally old versus young to the tune of one guy's name literally being young. Wait, wasn't Gage Young? Didn't Gage Young fight Evan Elder? I think I made an even better joke on that. He did. Yeah, that was his debut. Young versus Elder. Like the matchmakers got bored with that one. Am I right? But it was Young versus old again, and this time Young prevailed, even though he was stricken by his elders last time. Cheers to you all. Cheers to you all. My goodness. Happy Tuesday. Happy Bruise Day. And happy whatever the fuck you choose day. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Cheers to that. And yes, I just made that cheesy ass little cheers up for funsies. So with that, I'm going to go to Pip first on this one. Thiago Moises, Gage Young. I think memory serves me correct. You tried to tell me something about this one.
I did. I tried to give you the warning, but I mean, it was a very, very solid fight between.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
It happened. It happened.
It did happen.
I hit on it. It was nice. But it was a very solid fight between two very technical fighters, and it led to a technical performance, for as long as it lasted. I mean, Gage Young just seemed a little bit ahead. I mean, he found clean counters. Just sounds like a description.
Tico Tech, if you take the G away from his name, it's just Age Young, like a description. Yes, it is. An astute observation, Tico Tech LLC. Right you are.
But Thiago, I mean, he came out aggressive. You could tell he was trying to get the fight to the ground, and Young was trying to strike from range. Young showed a really good takedown defense early in the first. Thiago landed, a takedown, ended up getting a body triangle on it, but Young did a good job just fighting the hand, staying composed. He was able to reverse the position after being, stuck in almost like a modified twister, and at the, end the round on top, just defending an armbar. But both these guys had really good calf kicks after the first. Young did a good job finding his range, mixing his shots in well. He was flicking the shots out there. Never really sat down on most of them. Kept kind of Thiago just on the back foot. Fast reactions on the takedowns coming from Thiago's. He had really good sprawls. Found good hooks off of them as well. I mean, Thiago started fatiguing. And Gage really just started, pushing the pace a lot more. Busted Thiago up with the jabs, stabbing the body with teep kicks, and just was hyping the crowd up with emotes all in the same time as well. And Young really showed good fight IQ. He would stuff a takedown, Thiago would stay on his back, and Young wouldn't engage. But if he rocked him, he followed him down, landed some shots, and once he thought Thiago had maybe recovered or he was threatening a little bit too much, he got up. So I have to give respect to Thiago as well. I mean, he's a vet through and through. He found moments. When Young got in his face, he was eating shots. He kept a tight guard. He was able to find some left hooks with it as well. And he did clip Young a few times. So credit for Young as well for, not getting reckless. It was a good win over a very tough challenge in Thiago Moises. And Thiago, I mean, he's an elite grappler, and he was able to stuff most of the takedowns, and he got reversals, defended the submissions, stay composed. So I think he's an interesting guy to keep an eye on. Just solid striking, intelligent in the octagon as well, and then decent grappling ability from what he showed. So I was very impressed with the performance. It kind of checked all the boxes. But Uncle Colin, what you got on this one?
Man. What do I have on this one? I thought Gage Young just outclassed him everywhere the fight went. And it begs the question, did we maybe rate Thiago Moises higher than he ever should have been rated? Just being completely candid. He went out there and essentially got masterclassed by him. Young's constant pressure, fresher legs, just kind of gave him the edge the most of the 3 rounds. And realistically, Moises did have some solid moments on the ground, but he couldn't keep it there long enough to really do enough damage or steal anything away from his opponent. He did try, right? He attempted 15 fucking takedowns, but he only got 2. For those of you that are bad at math, that's a 13.3% threshold of accuracy there. And for those of you that are even worse at math, that's bad. It's not good. It's a bad percentage of accuracy. You want much higher than that. And he didn't get it. So he tried really hard, but again, like if you look at the strike differential, it was 46 to 131. And, you know, I don't even want to say you can forgive that if you can't forgive that. It's 3-1 differential we're talking about here, folks. But if you look at it on a deeper scale, one man was more accurate than the other two. So you got a guy outlanding you 3-1, and you've got him outlanding you by 11% accuracy. And then on significant strikes, 45 to 122. Again, you have a guy outlanding you damn near 3-1. You have him outlanding you on 10% accuracy. It's just not okay. Not to mention, he didn't even attempt a takedown on you. What does that look like? Do you have defensive wrestling? Or did he not even want to try? Right? Like he just wanted to piece you up on the feet. He did exactly that. I already took my shot because my foot is in my mouth right now. I was wrong on this one. And as we say on the show, a bet made, a debt paid. I'm only sad Nano wasn't here to hit this one wrong too. So he do a shot with me. Nano, what were your thoughts on this one? What'd you learn, bro?
Come on, brother. You know I never.
Other than not to follow me.
You know I never let you do one alone. I will follow you into the deep depths of wherever the hell you tell me to go. Brother. Exactly, brother. I got you, man. I will follow you endlessly, man. But no, listen, man. This was a great fight.
His name makes me think of Moist and Moses at the same time. Moist Test.
Moist Towelette. Yeah,
Tiago Moist Test. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just moist. He was, some would say he was the moistest.
Some might say. Yeah, this was an interesting fight. You know, Tiago Moises, I think he's someone that is, I feel like I'm always saying his name. He's been a staple in the division. He hasn't really ever cracked through that kind of middle of the pack here. And mind you, the lightweight division is just a murderer's row, right? It's infamously one of the most deep divisions in the UFC roster. So, not by happenstance where he's maybe lost a little bit in the shuffle here, but this really just was not a good outing for him, in my opinion. I think some of the body language throughout the fight, and I think the way Gage, Young really being the emphasis here on just the younger, more springy guy, just had a little more tread on the tires. He obviously hurt him there down the stretch, and then he proceeded to start to showboat and do some of the antics and stuff. Paul Felder really did not like that. And again, I think like some of it was probably a little unnecessary. Unless you go out there and knock him out, then cool, go do some of the extra stuff. But I think that's probably just adrenaline taking over. You know, it's easy for us to judge, but we also have to keep in mind, like, this guy's worked his whole life. It's a big moment. He's going out there. It's his debut. He's getting a win. He probably feels it. He probably knows it. You know, I think a lot of times fighters know when they're in the octagon if they have the upper hand or not. And yeah, maybe take it a little too far, but that's fine. Like, again, that's just part of it, man. Adrenaline kicks in. You're on the ultimate high of life there, and putting yourself out there to compete for the world to watch. But yeah, all in all, solid performance for Gage Young. I don't know if I have anyone top of mind. I mean, this is his debut. It's a murderer's row of fighters here in that division, but curious to hear what you guys have in mind, or just obviously I'll be excited to watch Gage fight again. He had solid pace, strong, and beat a solid guy in a Tiago Moises, or Moist, if you will. Let's go.
Pip, who you got next?
Yeah, I mean, for Moist Moses, I mean, I kind of really like Lance Gibson. I think that could be a really fun fight. Kind of a striker delight here.
For Moist Moses or for Young?
For Young. I'm sorry. I had Moist Moses stuck in my head. Damn. For Young.
Damn, my guy went through and really did the homework. Loser too. That's crazy. We're ready for all that, bro. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at that. That's a good pick. Lance Gibson would be a very fun fight for him. Outside of that, this is where I had Matt Steamroller for Vola. I think that's a fun fight. I think Gage Young versus Matt Frivola would be just absolute fireworks start to finish. I think it'd give both guys a chance to really kind of prove their mettle in there, see what they got. And both guys are kind of willing to stand and bang. Oh, I like this shout from Grimy too. Beast Boy himself, Mike Davis.
Ooh, Mike Davis is a good shout.
It's a good shout.
I like that.
Making the walk in the chat, my guy. What's up, Jax? Don't run it back against Michael Johnson. Moises has rapidly declined, and Johnson is in his 40s, or on his 40s doorstep. That's fair. That is fair. Tico Tech also said his best win is Melky Zel Costa in 2023, and it's his best win because Melky's recent win streak. That's fair. That is definitely fair. Yeah, we already read that one. Yeah, I remember when Moises was considered a promising up-and-comer, but he lost 6 out of his last 10. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we set the bar a little bit too high, the ceiling a little bit too high for him, yeah? I mean, it's tough. It's tough. Good shout, Pip. I agree. Beast Boy, that's a banger. I agree with that. I think that might be the best pick for this one. With that, let's go ahead and move into the prelims, boys, because we have a handful of them to cover here. We'll get them a little bit quicker now. Dennis Bajuka coming in against Marcio Barbosa. Nano, I'm going to let you take a little bit of the meat off the bone to start here. What were your thoughts on this fight, or rather all minute and 20 seconds of it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to keep it underneath the length of the fight here. I was high on Bazooka coming in on this fight. I thought he stood a good chance. I was familiar with the name, but no, this guy Marcio Barbosa is every bit of a dog as he looks, with the tattoos, with just the vicious look to him, the tenacity. I mean, hell of a knockout. But I won't bore you guys with my version of the X's and O's. Pip, my brother, I know you have a lot to say about how we set things up, how we got here, and how it happened so quick. How did things escalate so quickly? Brother, give us your Anchorman impression here. How do you do?
Definitely was definitely a very quick fight, but it was definitely a statement from Barboza. I mean, making his UFC debut, got in the pocket and ripped that shot, and it put his lights out. Dennis came out with a lot of forward pressure. He attacked the legs. Marcio was popping up that jab, really good footwork moving side to side. And both, I mean, they both just kind of got in the pocket, and the first exchange ended the fight. I mean, Dennis threw that body shot, overextended on the follow-up, and Marcio just slips, lands that left hook, and no follow-up shots were necessary there. I mean, he looked like a promising contender in there. He was patient. He didn't rush the shot, found that opening, and he put his opponents out. I mean, now on a 5-fight winning streak, quick performance, didn't take a lot of damage. I'm excited to see him back. Uncle Olin, what you got?
Man. Same. To be completely honest, there's not a lot of meat on this bone to take off of it. I just thought he sat back, timed things beautifully, and dropped him with a clean hook to finish the first round and to finish the fight. It only took 4 strikes for the guy, which was probably the most impressive thing about the entire performance. I mean, brother, I just, the timing on this was perfect. And I will say Bazooka is kind of a perfect person to tee that up for, because you know he's going to stand in the pocket. You know he's going to give you what you want as far as being able to time something like that. And he does have a predictable rhythm, right? True Soul said, did you guys see the Nigerian heavyweight? Crazy fast hands. I did not. In this fight card, in the UFC, or in a different fight card? Let us know in the chat. I'll definitely check them out. Chris Cushman said, I've been watching Barboza starch guys to that left hook on the regional scene for a while. Dennis got kahunas taking the fight on short notice. Oh, man. I mean, he does. Taking the fight on short notice is one thing, but fighting it in the way in which he did is a totally different just style of bravery. Or I don't know, ignorance to an extent. Like you said, he's been dropping people with that left hook on the regional scene. If he's dropping people with that left hook on the regional scene, you got to keep that right hand glued to your fucking ear, man. No space between, so that way when he hits you, you're not hitting yourself. That happens very often. Not necessarily at the UFC level, but we've seen it happen as well. So, chopped, Unk, what you got? Yeah, I mean, I'm officially Unk age, bro. It happens. Marcio versus Danny Silva. I'm not mad at. Are you American? Have you heard about the We the Vote project? I have not heard about the We the Vote project. Can you tell us about it, Emma? I like how Dennis was a good sport on Twitter about it too. Cool dude. He literally was like, it was going well, and then I got caught. It happens. Yeah, he was definitely a great sport. A great sport. Uncle-nomaly. That's me. Uncle-nomaly. That's me. Uncle-nomaly. This guy. It's gonna be the next bit of merch. I'm gonna have like an aged version of me. Uncle-nomaly. Dennis was out before his head hit the mat. Dude, his head hitting the mat probably did more damage than the left hook. If we're calling a spade a spade. I'm not trying to make a joke. Pip, I saw you laugh, bro. I'm not trying to make a joke. That's real talk.
Laughed, but agreed.
Did you see the fucking whiplash? Like in the slow-mo, I think the second or third camera angle they showed during the fight on the slow-mo. Like the way his head hit, brother. It might even mess up the fucking gel in my hair, dog. Like it hit with velocity, kid. It was nasty stuff. Just genuinely a great performance. Now, the real question that I have to ask is this. Do you have a name on the tip of your tongue, Pip? What do you think should be next for this guy?
Yeah, for Barboza, I really like maybe a Gabriel Santos or Chieta. I think both of those could be fun fights. What you got on this one?
Man, Nano, you have a name?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think anyone kind of in that top 50-ish range can definitely make sense. Even like a Genghis Khan, Ofli potentially, but yeah, I'm pretty open at this point. I mean, that was a huge win, but I don't know if I'm ready to necessarily throw him into the Wolves den just yet. What are you feeling, brother?
I don't want to throw him to the Wolves per se, but I wouldn't mind feeding him to a wolf. You know, and just one singular, just one wolf. I think would be okay. For him.
Wolf,
just a wolf. You know what I mean? Just one singular. I really like the Train, man. Nate the Train Landwehr. I think that's a fun shout. I think it's a fun matchup in the featherweight division. I just think that Barboza and him would put on a hell of a fucking scrap, man. I don't know.
For as long as it lasts.
For as long as it lasts. Yeah. I mean, it'd be a ticking time bomb, bro.
Yeah, that'd be a banger, though.
Ticking time bomb. May I send a quick Twitter link? Absolutely, True Soul. Send it, my guy. Send it. I am AAF Super Heavyweight Champion of Africa, Cameroon, not Nigeria. My bad. Oh, dude. Dope. Send it, though. Send it. Oh! The Cameroonian guy. I did see that clip. It was like PFL or, sorry, IMMAF. I did see a clip on my Twitter. I think it may have been the same guy. But send it anyways. I'll show it on the show. Don't mess up the salon quality, brother. Can't do it. I'm about a half a week overdue to see my barber again, so I'll be going very soon. Make sure we're staying salon quality. I don't want to see Nate die again. Give him someone a little higher ranked. Okay, fair. If that's the case, I'm gonna go against something that I usually don't go against here, Nano. But only because the fans asked for it. Only because Chris Cushman asked for it. Okay? He did ask for it. I did say it with all due respect. Why don't we put two shiny toys against each other? Right? Why don't we do this new guy against Luke Riley? Luke Riley versus Marcio Barbosa. You got a guy that knocks people out versus a guy that doesn't get knocked out. Isn't he a Scouser?
I like it.
Sorcerers don't get knocked out, Nano.
Scousers.
Yeah, it's Cody Garbrandt.
You're right. I like it, brother. I like it.
It's a big jump, but I mean, if it'll be a really fun fight.
TK, bro, this is why I love it here in the chat, bro. This is like 4 fights ago. What would a rat even consider garbage?
You wanna forget?
Bro. This is why I say never change, bro. I fucking love you, dude. It's so good. Are we talking about that head kick from IMMAF? That was beautiful. I've been contemplating LOL. I can tell, bro. I can feel the gears turning from over here. Oh man. All right. With that, we've now spent at least 5 times the amount of time talking about this fight that the entire fight lasted. So let's move on into another fight that didn't last very long. Let's talk about middleweight bout between Julian LeBlanc coming in against Robert Valentin, who dedicated this fight to his late mother. I thought that was a very admirable kind of dedication for the fight, and just a great fight for him, right? Like the guy is a bit of a loose cannon, and definitely someone that I would say is kind of tough to bet on if we're calling a spade here. But Robzilla, Robert Valentin, the Viking Nordic warrior, he gets it done by submission more often than not, to the tune of 64% of the time when he's fighting. This was no different. Chris Barnett vibes are off the chart. Chris Barnett's a fucking legend, bro.
Everybody loves Biggie Boy.
Brother, everybody loves that guy.
Facts.
Come on, Huggy Bear. That's the guy right there, bro.
Huggy Bear, baby.
Just doing front flip, like a man that large should be able to do front flips like that. That man is very agile. He's very nimble for a big guy. Speaking of very nimble, our guy Robert Valentin looked pretty nimble in there in the middleweight fight this weekend. Nano, what were your overall thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I think he's obviously a specialist here, Robert Valentin, what he does. I was curious to see what we were going to see, but the reality is we didn't really get to see that much. I mean, not a lot of strikes thrown. You got the takedown, you got the submission. I'm not going to sit here and try to claim like I'm a jiu-jitsu expert, even though I have the shirt on, and I'm matching my boy MMAnomaly today. Let's go. Got him wearing Vegas, baby.
I didn't even realize you were wearing the same shirt, bro.
I kind of kept it hidden, but I was like,
it's got to be like the third time that we've done this without communicating at all.
I mean, let's call a spade a spade. It's comfy. It's a comfy shirt. It's a great shirt. Goes well with everything. It's got UFC. I mean, what else do you need?
Hayabusa made it. So like, what can you complain about, bro? Like,
it's good quality. High quality.
I don't know if you noticed, but there they are. I got a new set of the Hayabusa Captain America gloves.
I did not notice.
Shout out my homie Marlene. We've been friends for like fucking 15, 18 years now. We've kept in touch. We've never bought each other gifts or anything like that. And randomly, she's like, happy birthday. You should have something in the mail on the 20th or 21st. And then they got here and I'm like, bro, you did not have to do this. It was so nice. And I asked, I was like, why now? We've never gotten each other gifts. And she's like, I saw these. I knew that somebody had to have these, and that's you. And I just hoped you didn't already have them. So thanks. Great birthday gift.
Out.
And dude, shout out Hayabusa. Like, just the best brand in the biz.
Facts.
If you've ever worn a pair of their gloves, you know what it feels like to drive a Ferrari in glove form. So congrats to you.
On your hands. Yep.
On your hands.
Essentially. Yeah. That's a good call out, brother. And yeah, no, it was a great performance by Robert Valentin. He's a specialist. I think it's just one of those things where sometimes it's just over before you know it. You get caught, and doesn't take much more than that. But that's the name of the game, baby. Great sub. Love to see it. Pip, what'd you think, brother?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very emotional win for Robert Valentin, to say the least. And like you said, kind of dedicating that to his mother. And he was sitting up there and apologizing. It's all right, man. There's no need for that. I mean, it was his first win in the UFC. With it being such a dominant finish as well. I mean, I'm sure it must have just felt good. Just a breath of fresh air when he got the win. For first win in the UFC, and it was very impressive as well. I mean, he just made quick work of Julian. He came out strong, landed some heavy leg kicks to the body, and then 3 leg kicks as well. I mean, back to back, it took the foot out from under him each time. Got in the pocket, landed a nice right hand, got that double leg, and, just slid from half control. Found him out just really easily. I mean, LeBlanc rolled and Valentin got the hooks in immediately, got the body triangle, found some nasty elbows with it to get the choke. It kind of went from a head crank to the rear naked choke. But now 1-3 in the UFC. I'm really hoping this could be a real turnaround moment for him. He's very exciting. He's very entertaining. I'm very interested to see how he fares in this next bout. What you got on this one, Uncle Olin?
Yeah, I thought LeBlanc tried, right? He did everything he could. It didn't land a ton. It was 4-14 on total strikes and 4-7 on significant strikes. And he didn't even attempt a takedown. But as soon as Valentin did, we knew that this fight was going to end up going to just a bad place for the opposition, right? Man, Pip got a PFL shirt probably.
Pip's got a Pablo shirt.
Let's see the Pip shirt reveal. That's incredible, bro. That's incredible. Base Aqua said put the gloves on. Maybe later. Maybe to end the show. We'll do a little keep on going, keep on growing with the glove on. Yeah, I just thought LeBlanc, like, he didn't really show the right kind of defense that he needed to. as soon as he made it to the ground, it's and I've said this before, like Nano, you can attest to this. You've watched a number of fights with me at your side. Oftentimes when you're on the ground like that, you do have to give up your back in order to find your way back to your feet. But big butt there. And as Sir Mix-a-Lot, I do like big butts. You got to keep those hands up when you're doing that, man. So that way you block the hands, you block the arms. Pip, I love when I say a random thing like that, you crack up. It's the best.
Look at Grimey's comment.
Told you Pip loves Coke. I mean,
Sheesh.
and he doesn't even hide it. Even when he does Coke out of a can, it's the whiter one. You know what I mean? It's the vanilla Coke. Vanilla, whatever that means. Whatever the kids call it.
The OG Coke back from the 80s.
You know what I'm saying? Vanilla Coke didn't
Oh,
come out.
so he like
Oh,
both
I get what
kinds.
you're saying.
He likes
Okay.
both kinds, yeah. He likes both.
It's made with the real stuff. The real caffeine. You know what I'm saying?
They put the
Nano
Coke
looking
in
like a
cola.
young Pablo. Oh, I mean,
Nice.
you're not wrong. You're
I'll
not
take that
wrong.
base. Thank you. Thank you, base.
Respect to King Pip. That's a fact, brother. That's a fact. Kentucky has done two things in its entire existence. Okay, they've given us solid fried chicken, and they've given us Alex Pip's piano tips. All right, folks, that's good
Don't
enough.
forget
for
the
me.
bourbon.
You know, actually, I'm gonna replace the fried chicken with the bourbon. I didn't want to only have you be their name state, but thanks for giving me a second one. You know, because Popeye's reign supreme. Just gotta break it to you. The Puka Sugar. We like to call it nose beers around here. You know, Pip thinks everything tastes like vanilla anyway. That's fair. That's fair. Do you really think everything tastes like vanilla? Motherfucker have a chocolate cake and he's like, I love vanilla cream.
It's a problem. I'll be smoking a cigarette every now and then. I'm like, it's got a vanilla taste to it. Have my coffee afterwards. I'm like, it's kind of got a little vanilla bean to it.
Fucking Marlboro Red Cowboy Killer. He's like, kind of tastes like vanilla.
Marlboro Black. That's what killed the cowboy.
Goddamn. I coughed thinking about that one. Man. Yeah, Robert Valentin looked really good in this one. Pip, do you have a name on the tip of your tongue for this one?
For Robert Valentin, I mean, if I'm shooting a little higher, I feel like Brad Tavares could be a really fun fight. Yeah. People are wild out here, that's for sure.
Really? Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Oh, double mute.
Chris Cushman says, nah, Kentucky gave us the craziest women in America. I can fix them. I swear. Man.
Good luck, Cushman. Good luck.
Pip's just riding into the battle like.
Someone's got to do it. Onward you go. Cowboy.
I'm married. I won. I'm done. I'm out.
Off to you.
Hey, he got one. Yeah, he's
He
out.
locked
He's
down
out
a
game.
crazy one. He locked down a crazy one of his own.
He did his
you
part.
know?
He did his part.
One that he's crazy about, actually. Let me read.
Exactly.
There we go.
Wife,
There we
if you're
go.
listening, I love you. I can't wait to see you. Anyway, I think Robert Valentin versus Dustin
Pip's piano tips are not responsible for any of these comments or opinions. These are only subject to the MMAnomaly LLC.
That's right. That's right. You know, disclaimer. But yeah, Dustin or a Brad Tavares, I think it'd be really fun for Robert Valentin.
Nano, what you got next for the middleweight up-and-comer, the Viking warrior himself, Robert Valentin?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I think I don't know how high I want to necessarily throw him up there, but someone else coming off a submission win, Mr. Vicious, if you will. I'm talking about a Trayshawn Gore potentially. Fought recently. I don't know how much higher I want to go than that. I'm not throwing him in the top 15. So I think anyone in that range, if they're healthy, if they say that they sign the dotted line, I think be happy to see Valentin get back in there. But maybe sub versus sub kind of guy, since it's two specialists, a little different. What do you think, MMAnomaly? Bring us home.
I'm not mad at that. I'm definitely not mad at that. Who else would make a lot of sense for him? If Ryan Loder is still signed to the UFC, I think that'd be a fun fight. Tough alum. You mentioned tough alum as well. I do think that'd be fun. Outside of that, this one might be a little bit crazy. This is going to be a little bit left wind. Okay, coming off of a loss to Jacob Malkoun. He has a body just like Daniel Cormier, according to him, not me. Talking about Torres Finney. Little juice to the gills, son of a gun. He was something like Bobby Lashley from fucking WWE.
Yeah, he's huge. Huge.
Fucking huge. Crazy. Jimbo's old lady has actually never lied in the chat. Crazy ones are the best. It's actually a fact. Definitely a fact. Didn't he already fight Loader? Whoa, no way. No, he did fight Loader, didn't he? Oh, that's probably why that fight just instantly made sense to me. He did while they were in Tough. Or no, that was the fight right after Tough. He lost to Loader.
Good shout, Kush, man.
That is a good shout.
Shout out.
Yeah, he lost to Loader, but Loader's coming off, I think, 2 losses since then, no? Yeah. That's Loader's last win in the UFC back in 2024. He's lost to Azamat Bakoev and Ishmael Nardiev. That could be a good one to run back. I'm not mad at it. Like, I don't know. I feel like that could be a fun fight to run back. They're on the same trajectory too, so it just makes a lot of sense. With that, man. Let's move into one. I don't say this very often. Let's move into one, Pip, that not only was I wrong about, but we were wrong about. As I said earlier, nuts and bolts. We got screwed, man. Tanner Boser against Gokhan Sarikam, not to be confused with Gokhan Saki. Pretty close. Not the same guy. But you'd think so. Still won by knockout / TKO, and my flipping goodness. Like, Jesus fuck, man. This one was tough. Because I just thought, I genuinely thought Boser was going to come through here and walk through this guy, and it just didn't happen at all that way. Hey, my guy, big turkey fan. Turkey, eh? Where's the turkey sound? That's the closest thing to turkey I can represent you with, man. For the Jive Turkey Nano here. But hey, big turkey guy. You can see it above his head. Some call him the Jive Turkey. I don't know if you know this about him. In the country, they call him the Jive Turkey, eh? You know? Cheers to Turkey. Cheers to the guy that got it done. We weren't right about it, but cheers to you. Like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications. And if you're drinking, drink with us. Whether it's ginger ale, vanilla Coke, the classic 80s Coke, or whatever the fuck you're drinking. Cheers to you.
Salud.
And yes, I'm chasing my shots with a Baja Blast. I'm out here getting Baja Blasted, folks. Baja ha. Baja, man, fucking Baja. I feel like Nano can do the surfer laugh thing better than me. Baja. I can't do it. But cheers to the boys.
Salud.
Jive Smirky MMA. I mean, that's definitely him.
Oh yeah.
Where does the Jive Turkey name come from? Nano. People need to know.
It's a great question. And I think, to best describe what a Jive Turkey is, look no further than the movie Semi-Pro. Okay. It's real plain, real simple. And it's just all around the idea that I'm nothing but a Jive Turkey up here. Okay. And if you know what a Jive Turkey is, it's just someone that says bull jiving. Okay. It's somebody that's just chucking and jiving and gobbling around. Okay. You don't mean no nothing. Okay. You don't mean nothing by it. Just living my life, living a jive. And hey, who doesn't like turkey, right? At least once a year, right? So, I mean, that's debatable. We can debate that.
I have it more than once a year for sure. I made a turkey for Easter. I injected it with Cajun butter.
Sandwiches. I mean, come on.
It's fantastic. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, save a chicken.
It's a big hit. It's a big hit. We don't have to wait until Thanksgiving or Christmas to have turkey, folks. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah. Yep. And I think it's just my friendly reminder to just, not take myself or MMA or our bets or life.
The question remains unanswered. LOL.
Yeah. No, there is no real premise other than just, again, go watch the Semi-Pro clip where they're playing poker and he's like, you Jive Turkey. So what you call me? And it's a whole thing. But tongue in cheek also, just like the idea that not taking myself too serious. So nothing but just jab turkey up here. Let's go.
Grimy said, little known fact, I'm from Flint, so semi-pro and me are well acquainted.
So
LOL. WMC said semi-pole. Mirrors are a real son of a bitch. Cushman said, these are the burning questions the boys are answering them. I mean, that's what we do. You're not going to believe where Pip's piano tips comes from. See his name, right? It's basically Pips. And he gives, you're not going to fucking believe this. He gives piano tips. It's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff, guys.
You know what's crazy though? If you ever come to my page and you're looking for tips, you should go somewhere else because I'm not giving you any tips. But
he's like, I'm just playing it. I'm just playing it, and I hope that you follow along. Man. In mark my words, in like 2 years after this channel grows to more fruition, he's going to just change the name of the Pips Piano Tips channel to Pips MMA Slips, and it's just going to be a betting page where he does shorts. And I'm okay with it. Honestly, it's fine. It's an MMAnomaly LLC subsidiary.
I'll be an S Corp.
Oh, man. I know we're trying to get through these fights, and I'm happy to keep on rushing through them, but I did see a pop-up come through in one of the group chats that we're in, and I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's false. I'm hoping the people in the chat can tell us, but either way, it's breaking news to me, whether it's real or not. So apparently, via Ruben Carter, Ethan Ewing will face Alexander Topuria, or is being targeted rather, for International Fight Week, UFC 329. What are your immediate thoughts on that, boys? Like, do you think this is the right call?
That's
Did
a
we
great
not
fight.
all three agree on this like weeks ago, possibly months ago?
I was going to say that might be one of the first times that at least I can recall that we actually got one of our predictions right when it comes to what's next for these fighters. That would make
come on, Nano. We've gotten them right a handful of times, bro.
Fair. Okay. let me backtrack a little bit. We give ourselves some credit here, ladies and gents. But yeah, no, to your point, we called it pretty recently. So that's a immediate W for us. So
immediate one we like. Banger for sure, says Jimbo's old lady. Via Ruben Carter, bro. Come on, dog. Bro, I mean, he's had fights come true. Come on now. This is a banger, says Based Aqua. I agree. That is a great matchup. I hope it gets done. You and me both. That's a fire fight, Grimy. Yeah, absolutely. You guys are lit tonight. We appreciate it. You know what I like? The only thing that I can think is the cause, Jimbo's old lady. I can't find another root cause for it. But with that being said, jumping back to the fight, Gokhan Sarikam, not Gokhan Saki. They're not the same guy. They're different people. He came in there and he fought Tanner Boser, and it was a pretty close fight up until the moment that it wasn't a close fight. If I'm being completely honest, I thought it was very hard fought. Heavyweight violence delivered in full. Sarikam looked sharp. He looked powerful. It was a banger, right? Like 10 out of 10 would recommend. You should check it out if you didn't watch it. Sarikam, what I learned from this, as I like to ask you all, is I think Sarikam brings pretty solid power to the table. He's got solid pressure and the ability to pour it on when he smells blood in the later rounds, or in the earlier rounds for that matter. He mixes the strikes in pretty well, and he stays heavy on the front foot. The holes, obviously, he still needs more high-level reps to kind of prove that consistency against elite level heavyweights. And realistically, like, Tanner's been up and down from heavyweight to light heavyweight and back. And this was a good litmus test, but there are better ones, right? Tanner's tough. He's experienced. He's a Canadian veteran. He was on our Canada parlay, and that didn't hit, so I'll play the soundbite one more time. It happens. It happens. But you know what? I put the confident Canada parlay in, or as I like to call it, and that one did hit. So thank goodness. Thank goodness. I just think that he needs better competition in his next fight, right? Tanner Boser, they brought back for this fight. And I'm curious, as I pass it to both of you to kind of give your breakdown in this, Pip, Nano, before you give your overall breakdown, have you heard, was this a one fight deal for Tanner? Or do we have any kind of idea as to what the deal threshold was?
I have not heard, but Tanner Boser's, I liked him when he was in the UFC before. I really hope that he sticks around. I'd like to see him continue to fight in the UFC because he was looking so good up until he didn't.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't know any status about it, and maybe we could try to find some out for the end of the show here. But that's, you don't see that often. I think it's like typically they at least have a fight or two, or unless there's like a debut type thing. But yeah, not sure. That's a good call. Good shout.
I thought the actual fight was like a short notice fill-in, but I could be wrong. I thought it was a short notice fight.
It was a short notice fight, and he was not previously signed to the UFC, which is why I'm wondering if they signed him for a one fight deal. So I will pass it to Nano, and while Nano and Pip give their breakdowns, I am gonna be distracted for 30 seconds so I can see if it is a one fight deal.
Yeah, no, I mean, Gokhan here, or I guess even to use some Dragon Ball Z references, it's like Goku or Gohan or a little bit of
Goku.
That's basically how he was fighting out there, getting beat up a little bit. It looked like Tanner Boser to me was getting the better of him, at least in that first round. Stuff for the takedowns, similar striking differential. Then in the second round, again, Tanner technically landed more strikes than Gokhan, but it didn't matter. All it takes is one with these big boys. We know that, and that was a hell of a freaking right hand right down the freaking pipe. Put Tanner out and some more just for extra insult to injury, but hell of a performance. Love to see those exciting moments happen, and yeah, I think he really needed something like that to happen for Gokhan to go win the fight. Because I thought Tanner Boser was winning. So again, if you got cut after something like that, it's tough going because you looked pretty solid until, well, you didn't look so solid. Pip, my brother, I know you got a lot to say, man. What'd you feel? How'd you see that one going down, and what were your thoughts?
No, I mean, definitely a solid breakdown. I mean, it definitely was a spectacular knockout from Gokhan. At the end of round 2, he just found that perfect straight right hand off of that leg kick, and I was really hyped for Tanner Boser. I mean, he even walked out to Mr. Brightside by the Killers. I was genuinely stoked, and I was like, he's gonna get this shit done. I mean, easy all day. And I mean,
I wish you sent me the videos. So for future references, just take a video of yourself and then send it on Instagram, so that way I can save it and then play it on the shows, because this would have been perfect. This guy sent me a video of him hyped as fuck, possibly intoxicated and
maybe a little,
just on the level. And he was so stoked that this guy was walking out to Mr. Brightside, and then he sent me another clip later, and he's like, "Now I'm sad." Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was probably my favorite messages I got during the fight.
It summed up everything very well. I mean, I was very hyped, and then at the end of it, I just, fuck, man. But I mean, it was a frantic pace to start the fight. I mean, perfect. That is a great way to sum it up. Uncle Owen, what'd you got? No, I'm just kidding. It was a frantic pace to start the fight. I mean, Tanner was attacking that lead leg, landed heavy body kicks. It had really good timing on stuffing the takedowns as well. And Tanner had success early. I mean, feinting that right hand, slipping and landing good 2-3 combos in the clinch. I mean, for a heavyweight, I mean, the movement and the head movement is fairly decent, just like we've been saying, up until it wasn't. And Sarkhan just made good adjustments by throwing that left hand, interrupting the movement, and was able to hurt Tanner in that first round. Tanner came back. I mean, he started, throwing elbows in the clinch, blitzing in fast. Sarkhan started fading a little bit. We started to see the shots were a little bit more labored. The hands were coming down. But honestly, I mean, he started landing good shots after that. It didn't make much sense to me. I mean, the jabs were coming from the hips, so they were a little harder to see anyway. And a lot of them were getting through. I mean, Tanner threw 2 leg kicks back to back, and Sarkhan just found a clean right hand down the middle right after that. And just followed up with some nasty shots. And again, like you said, Owen, I was very sad on this one.
It was tough. It was tough, man. But as the soap operas have taught us, these are the days of our lives. Come on.
Great show. Great show.
Oh, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that. But I'm sure they're glad you did. I was more of an All My Children or General Hospital kind of guy, but here we are.
Respect.
What can I say? You watch what your mom watches when you're in the South. As far as for what's next for Gokhan Saragam, and yes, I called him Gokhan on purpose because Nano said Dragon Ball Z. What do you think should be next? No, do you have a name on the tip of your tongue? Should he face Broly next?
I mean, it's Broly's, cousin from, from Russia over here. I'm talking about an Alexander King Kong Romanov, potentially. I like the matchup. I think it's a good... Actually, he's from Moldova. I apologize. But I digress. Listen, man. King Kong, good, proper step up in competition. Oh, please correct me. I'm sorry. I'm dying over here. But yeah, man. Give me King Kong. What do you guys got, Pitt?
Brother, General Hospital was the jam. My guy. You know Todd Manning.
Oh, there you go.
You know Erica Kane. Hey, come on, brother. Let's go.
Come on, man.
Come on now. Come on, brother. My guy knows game. Hey. Did you like Sinners? Did you like anything Michael B. Jordan has been in? Because he got his start on All My Children. Okay. I'm just saying. He was the troubled adopted child of I forget the character's name, but I do remember him on that show. I remember when I saw him like in a big movie, I was like, dude, is that the guy I saw in my mom's soap operas? The fuck? The homie made it. And now I think he just won an Oscar. So like fucking shout out, bro. Let's go. Bellator never die. That's a random comment. Did you anchor that to anything else? Fair?
Didn't y'all say PFL's going back to Bellator?
PFL Bellator. Let's get it.
There you go.
Yeah, PFL is
Bellator lives.
They are in talks to change the name back to Bellator. So that's not a false comment. It's not a false comment. Thomas Peterson or Steven Asplund? That's actually a great call.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely at the lower end of the scale on what I think is next for Gokhan. I was kind of leaning more towards a Dontel Mays, hometown boy for me.
Oh, man. One of the few, the proud, those on the no bet list on the MMAnomaly Show. Dontel Mays. Oh, man. Dontel Mays is like the Bruno of this show because we don't talk about Dontel Mays. Yeah, no. I don't like that at all. How about this? I do like Steven Asplund. I do actually like that one a lot. Other name that I would throw out there, other two names rather, are Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa or Mario Pinto. Beans, good for the heart.
Pinto's solid too. It'll be fun.
The Pinto one I think is a lot more fun. The Tai one, it makes me a little bit sad. Because I know the outcome. You know? I was raised by my dad. I didn't know there was anything else besides news, sports, and Clint Eastwood westerns, says Grimy. Brother, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. That's not the worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? There are worse things. There are worse ways to be raised. I'm calling a spade here. Days of Our Lives when I was a kid was a staple. Was that the one that had like the crazy witch in it? Like it was wild. Grimy, John Wayne. Let's go. I'm going to mix up this stat for sure, but I think was it like Vietnam that we sent clips of Clint Eastwood movies to? to make them scared of American soldiers because they'd see like Clint Eastwood get shot 5 fucking times, just keep walking forward and gunning people down. And they're like, oh my God, these Americans are crazy strong. But that's a real thing.
Yeah, that is a real thing.
It's a real thing. Oh, thanks, Jimbo's old lady. You're a real one. You're thinking Passions. Yeah. They had like a witch and a midget. I remember my mom watched like one episode of that and she's like, this shit's too fucking crazy, even for me. And I was in the living room drinking Kool-Aid and eating something very unhealthy. That can be certain. All right. With that being said, let's move into these last handful of fights. We have Melissa Croden coming in against Daria Zalesniakova, which, I mean, one of the easier names to say in the UFC roster. Am I right, Pip?
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult.
It
Daria
just rolls off the tongue.
Zalesniakova.
Zalesniakova.
You think I'm getting better?
I do think you're getting better.
Yeah,
you're not getting worse.
Better from last stream, that's for sure.
Yes. I don't remember what you called her last stream, but I'm pretty sure that it was considered racist in many countries.
It definitely was in English. I don't know what I said, so I apologize.
Oh, man. With that being said, I'll let you take the lead on this one. Take most of the meat off the bone so we don't have much to cover. What were your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, I mean, it was
pretty much win as we expected, right?
For sure. I definitely had Croden on this one. I mean, a really competitive fight, honestly. I mean, it was a fun fight as well throughout 3 rounds. I mean, Melissa was, got her first win by decision, being able to edge this one out. I mean, Melissa was frustrated after the first round. She was really struggling to get in range, and Daria was able to kind of strike from the outside. Nice jabs, busted up the nose of Melissa as well, and just kind of stayed circling off that lead leg. Melissa had a tough time figuring out the movement. In the second round, Melissa made decent adjustments. She started switching stances depending on which way Daria was circling out, or she just flat out started chasing Daria. I mean, she started finding some good left hooks, landed a few elbows, and then Melissa was able to find those takedowns against the fence, getting Daria to back up, unloading shots when she went in, got the back, dragged her down, and if Daria got back up, she wasn't giving her any space. Melissa kept heavy forward pressure, just kept Daria on the back foot, slowed down some of the work with the clinch work, and just stayed busy with knees. I mean, at the end of the third round, Melissa was coming alive. I mean, unloading hooks. Daria had no space to go anywhere. She was able to get a few takedowns.
I'm coming!
Exactly how it played out. I mean, kind of ended the fight in mount, and just raining shots, trying to get that early finish, or kind of that late finish. I'll tell you something. She could have ended the fight a little bit earlier, I thought, if it wasn't for all the fence grabs. That was kind of my one problem with it. There was a lot. It stopped a few takedowns. It helped her get back to her feet, and the ref wasn't doing shit. He looked at it, gave a few warnings, never had a point deduction. Felt like it was a handful of those takedowns that could have, gone a lot more successful if it wasn't for the fence grab.
Can I cut in for a moment here? I feel like
course.
we saw more fence grabs in this card that didn't get called than possibly any card that I remember in UFC history.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem.
It was a real fucking issue. Like, if you grab the fence one time, and again, like in the chat, please correct me if I'm wrong here, but I have an idea. We certainly saw them. The commentary certainly saw them. Right? And obviously take points is the move. But if the commentary team sees it, right? They have 30 seconds in between rounds. At least. To reset, to breathe, etc. While the fighters are taking a break, the judge or the referee should be told by the commentary team or by someone on the outside, hey, there were 3 fence grabs in that round. We need you to take a point next time.
You almost want like an extra set of eyes on the...
So they're hyper fixated on it. Dude, if 3 commentators are calling it, but the ref didn't even like you got to slap the fucking hand out of the cage, bro. You can't just we can't ignore these things because then you have people saying, well, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. You have John Jones 7 years ago saying in an interview, like, hey, there are people that say you poke people in the eye and you do it on purpose. And he's like, the fact of the matter is I do it on purpose. I don't try to stop myself from doing it, and I'm going to continue to do it until it costs me a fight. It's never going to cost you a fight if they're not taking points. They have to take points here, bro. Like
100%.
Points should be the standard to be taken when they grab
it out a few times.
And that's Pip. That's a bigger problem.
It stops the whole momentum.
You pointed out a few times, cool. once you point it out more than once for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep fucking doing this. Because he's not taking a point.
No,
he's
the
only
only reason I
giving
say
me 2
that is
warnings.
just because, yeah, he saw it. He didn't do anything about it. That was the issue.
That's a bigger problem. Like, I think Herb Dean and who is it? Jason Herzog have been really good lately about, like, you get one fucking warning. And I think there was a fight like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember exactly who it was, but I think it was Herb Dean, where he saw one blatant foul and there was no warning. It was 1 point. And I was like, I literally jumped off my fucking couch and clapped like someone. You would have thought someone just got fucking knockout of the year. I was like, let's fucking go, dude. I was stoked because, like, we don't see it often. We never see people doing their job when it comes to the referee standpoint. Shout out to Leroy from the Fight Week Show. Big up, guys and gals.
Let's
Currently
go.
at work. Catch you on playback. Smash the likes up. My guy. Appreciate you, brother. Always appreciate you. Hope everything is going well over in the land down under, my guy. They should shock the fence if you pull on it. Oh my God. Based Aqua. I've never heard such a barbaric solution that I've agreed with so quickly. Honestly, just like have a homie out there with a click. You know how they used to have the karate guys where it's like he has a clicker for the red corner and a clicker for the blue corner. And he's like, strike. Just have one clicker. It's even easier. It's less to think about. It's like he grabbed the fence. Psst, fuck off. I mean, the only issue I have with this Base Aqua, I'm going to be honest with you. What if it shocks the other guy too? That's tough. We'd have to maybe, you know what? Maybe we put like shock collars on them. That'd be great. Just every time they fucking grab it, you know what I mean? Kick in the nuts. Immobilize them. You're like, yeah, payback sucks, huh, bud? Maybe play by the fucking rules there, Johnny.
They shall be enforced.
Eye pokes should take some purse along with a point. Oh my God. Preach, brother. You're preaching to the gospel. Dude, I've been saying for years, the purse deduction should be like 60%. If you miss weight, 60%. If you're fouling, bro, we start taking purse deductions. Oh God. No one would ever fucking cheat again. Oh, thanks, True Soul. It was Goddard. Mark Goddard. Love Mark Goddard. Just wear swim goggles. That's what Tommy Aspinall is going to do next fight, I hear.
That's fair.
So yeah, I mean, look, we'll jump back into the fight real quick. We'll move through these next ones very quickly. It's getting late for my guy Pippi. Melissa Croden, just fairly dominant stuff out here. She adapted well. She looked really good. I don't need to play matchmaker for her necessarily, unless you do. Fantastic. Moving on. We had JJ Aldrich, who we're probably also not going to play matchmaker for. She did beat Jamie Lynn Horth. But we do have to talk about this fight. We don't need to even break down the fight. I just have one question that I need to be answered. I need it to be answered for my sanity. Okay. I don't even really know how to ask this other than, were the judges fucking blind? Did the right person win the fight?
No.
Nano, like, do you think the right person won the fight?
That's tough, brother. I mean, when you look at the metrics, you would certainly suggest that the other fighter won, but hey, man, it's a home crowd advantage, you could call it, but I'm not going to be the one to rain on anyone's parade. It seems like, are you on the same campus, Pip? Did you see it differently?
Oh, no, yeah. I thought Horth took the fight all day. I mean, I will say, a good like 60% of the fight was just kind of hand fighting. But when it wasn't the high five game, I thought Jamie was able to land the better, cleaner shots.
I mean, I thought Aldrich won the high five game, but I thought Horth won the fight. If I'm being honest,
way to put
it. I don't want to sound like a straight up asshole, but as Nano said, and as Matua said, Nano said, it's tough. You know, it's
tough. It's tough.
It's tough.
Try to squeam my way out of that one.
Look, I'm doing a shot because I did get this one wrong, and I was very confident in this when we spoke about it. I don't feel like I should have to do this shot. I don't feel like I got this one wrong, but here we are. So cheers to you folks. Boom. There we go. Because mama didn't raise no liar and mama didn't raise no bitch. But also, whoever the fuck raised those 3 judges did not raise judges. Can we just call a spade here? They raised 3 blind mice, I believe, possibly, who had a bet that they had to get right. Jimbo's old lady like this. Okay, thank you so much for saying this. Come on. I got it right, but I don't think it was earned. There have been so many times where I'm happy to see the deposit hit the bank when I get a bet right. But there's also a bit of me that feels a little bit guilty where I'm like, I don't deserve this. Like if Vegas kept the money, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be happy or as happy, but I wouldn't be upset, you know, because it was tough. So this was a weird one. Like, I'm just gonna go through this. This is gonna be the entire fight breakdown. We're not even gonna take turns. I'm just gonna toss it back and forth between you two. Nano. Total strikes 52 out of 154 versus 73 out of 233. Who won on total strikes? The 52 at 33% or the 73 at 31%?
The 70. I think just the little more volume. We'll take that one.
Right. I would wholeheartedly agree with you. Let's see if Pip's with us here. Pip, do you agree with us on this?
I would agree.
Fair. All right, let's move on. So significant strikes, okay? We're going to get a little bit farther in discrepancy of accuracy here, but we've got 50 out of 149, so about 33% accuracy, versus 70 out of 230, so just about 30.5 accuracy. Who do you go with, 50 or 70?
Well, if there's significant strikes, I would pick 70 because it's still more damage either way.
And we're supposed to base the scoring criteria on what? Damage done, right? Okay. So,
Correct.
Nano, would you agree with that?
I concur. I agree.
Okay, perfect. And then last but not least, and I'm sorry to drag you all through the mud here, viewers, but I just want to conduct a little experiment here. You know, this is like a blinded taste test. We're choosing Pepsi or Coke, right? So takedowns, okay? You have 0 attempts, 0 misses, okay? Versus 2 attempts and 0 landed. Who do you take here on takedowns? The one that tried twice and landed 0, or the one that didn't attempt any? And I'm not telling you which one landed more strikes. I'm just asking based on takedowns.
I mean, I'll say that I would give credit to the person who defended the 2 takedowns over than just 0 for 2 takedowns.
Nano, do you concur? Do you disagree?
I agree.
So it's crazy. It's crazy. I gave you guys 3 major stat points on which we base the scoring criteria here, right? And you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. You chose Jamie Lynn Horth on all 3 out of 3 of them.
What a shocker.
So can you... I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow.
Now, can you tell me, what is the issue here with the judging? I don't understand how they made this decision.
The opposition got played like a xylophone or something. I don't know, man. I don't know what was going on.
Like, I haven't looked at it by round. Was there a conversation for it to be won by round? Not a chance. My God. It's even worse. Jesus Christ. It's even worse when you look at it by round, boys. Like, truly.
Significant strikes are the same, I'm assuming. Let me double check.
21-7, round 1, in favor of Horth and significant strikes. 21-16, round 2, in favor of Horth, significant strikes. 28-27 in round 3 in favor of Horth, significant strikes. Total strikes, she outlaps her as well. And takedowns, spoiler alert, maybe you've already heard this in the last 2 minutes, but she got fucking none. So it doesn't really matter what round she tried them in. Fucking Christ, bro. Can we fix this problem? Pip, you've been on the show for a very short duration. I'm glad you've been here, and I hope that you stay for the test of time. But I feel like even you have already heard this a number of times. Like, judging is a fucking problem.
It is. It is. I've been saying it before I got on the show, while I'm on the show, and I say it after hours as well. It's a big problem, and it's been a problem for a long time.
It's frustrating. We shouldn't have to talk about it. And I'm going to make this analogy. I'm not even going to lie and say one final time, because I will make it again. I will do more shots on a show, and I want to inevitably tell it at least twice more. So with that being said,
It's time
for a little MMAnomaly rerun, possibly. When you're watching NFL, when you're watching soccer, right? Nano, you're a big NFL guy, right?
Yes.
You've been the commissioner of our fantasy MMAnomaly league a handful of times. So with that being said, let me ask you something. If I am Mr. NFL linebacker, I grab a face mask. Is that a flag? Yes or no?
That is a flag.
Okay.
That is a 10-yard penalty. Yeah.
Because I broke a rule, right?
Correct.
And it's a 10-yard penalty, which means I'm at a major deficit. I fucked my entire team. Right? Now, let me ask you just one more question. I'm not going to drag the people through the mud here. Does the ref ask at any point in time when I grab your face mask, or God forbid, I rip your helmet off your head, even crazier fell, like a kick in the nuts or grabbing the fence? Do they ask at any point in time when they throw that flag, was it intentional or was it accidental?
They do not care about intent behind the action. They will ask the opponent if they want to accept or decline, which is always kind of funny. Typically,
the opponent, right? Yeah,
it's like we'll accept that penalty. Of course, we'll take that.
So if you grab the fence and they ask me, "Do you want us to take a point from your opponent?" There's not a world in which you're alive and agree with not taking a point, right? And Pip, for you, question for you, is Dana White's whole rhetoric for the last 6-7 years not been that we want to be accepted as a Big Five sport? We want to be respected like a Big Five sport?
Yeah, I mean, even to add to that, I mean, we want to have the best athletes in the world, and I mean, it kind of even gets crazier when we're cutting people on win streaks. Just to add to that point, I guess it makes you just more of a more issues, I guess, to elaborate on at a later time.
So that's the thing, right? Like, if he's saying he wants to be part of the Big Five sports or respected or viewed as a Big Five sport, maybe the Big Six after he's part of it, would the first step not be starting to take yourself seriously like that and starting to follow your own rules? Like, they're not following their own rules. That's a tough thing. Grimy trying to call you out here. Nato, face mask is 15 yards and an auto first down.
I know, I was thinking about that because it's like grabbing it and moving it are two different things, right? If you grab someone's face mask, I want to say it's 5 or 10 yards, but if you grab and pull it, like you pull them down to tackle him with the face mask, I know that's automatic 15 and first. You are right, but I'll be honest. I got a little. It's off season, Grimy. Okay, we may not have all the penalties down right now, but
there's a little bit of gray area to that question. They didn't say what type of grab. They just said grab.
That's right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
He's falling between the lines here, folks. He's falling between the lines. Gabe Lackman. Hello, everyone. How you doing? How you doing, Gabe?
How we doing,
Mr. Lackman, my guy? I have reason to believe you might be friends with Dixon Cider.
Oh,
just a hunch. Love the name. I had to Google Nato to make 100% sure not going to lie, LOL.
Yeah, thank you. That is so questioning it. Thank you. Fair enough.
I fucking love it, bro. All right, we're not going to play matchmaker for JD Aldrich. We are going to move, however, into the second to last fight we're going to break down. We got John Castaneda and Mark Vologdin. He wasn't vlogging on Saturday night. He was fighting, and he was getting a draw. It's not very often we see a draw, and it's not very often that I like seeing a draw. And the question is, do you agree with the draw when there was a 64 strike differential and a damn near 50 significant strike differential. And the only thing that young man had to bring to the table was 1 takedown out of 6. Like, again, we're not going to spend a ton of time on this one because I know we're running over. Pip, I'll go to you first on this. Like, what are your thoughts? A, do you think the judges got this one right? Do you think it should have been a draw? Jimbo's old lady just coming in with fucking straight heat right now. I call bullshit. I didn't agree with the draw. Jimbo's old lady, I could fucking hug you right now. Okay, kid? Like, I completely agree. Pip, do you agree with Jimbo's old lady here? Like, do you think the draw was bullshit?
I almost thought the draw wasn't a terrible call. I thought John was kind of taking, I think rounds 1 and 3, and then he got the point deduction in the second round. So I had almost favored it to be 28-28. Honestly, I kind of thought that's where it went. But overall, I mean, it was a competitive fight. I mean, overall, throughout all it was. I mean, Mark was able to kind of mix in the grappling, and John came out with a lot of aggression, and just kind of, found shots sticking and moving. So either way, I mean, I thought it was very competitive, and I'm not mad at it. So honestly, I just say let's run it back. It was a good fight.
It was a good fight.
It definitely was. It was entertaining. Yeah, it was entertaining. I think, the nut shots early, you hate to see that always for sure, but it was good pace. It was some good high-level striking, some good defense. Saw a lot of defending of the takedowns from John Castaneda. And, yeah, I thought it looked pretty sharp for the most part. But then, yeah, to your point, the striking differential there, which really it's that third round is the big one, right? I mean, John landed 83 strikes to Mark's 29. Really just, I guess if you take that out, 110-96 is certainly a little bit of a closer bout had Mark maybe been a little more competitive there down the stretch. But yeah, draws are just frustrating, right? You hate to see it. I think in this kind of sport, you certainly want some definitive answers as to who won, right? This isn't like any other sport where they have 80 or 100 or even 18 weeks or different games, if you will. It's like they fight maybe once, twice, 3 times, maybe one and done potentially. Draws don't get you paid, but I think this is another opportunity to potentially add like that 4th round, like sudden death kind of thing, or like winner take all if it's close or if it's going to be a draw. But kind of hard to do that after they're cooling off or if they're not expecting it. But what can you do? It's a game we play, baby. Draw. On the record.
Yeah.
Not a loss.
I mean,
silver lining.
The nut shots were tough, right? Like, again, you got to take points, and maybe there should have been multiple points taken. It wasn't really the first time, right? So I'm not mad at this one. As far as for what's next, there was no winner, so we're not going to play that game. But in the final fight of the night, or rather the first fight of the night, we have a bantamweight bout between Jamie Sarajatois, as I like to call him, coming in against John Yannis. And man. Pip, were we both wrong on this one again?
No, I disagreed with you. You were wrong on this one.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate the honesty there. I was wrong. He was right. Pip, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great opener to the card and a great way to end the show on. It spoiled the night, the first fight for Canada.
Great opener for you.
Great opener for me. Yeah, my bad. Let me retort. So it was a good finish over a tough opponent. I mean, Jamie came out with a lot of pressure, found a few good hooks in the pocket, switched stances often, and Jamie threw the right hook a few times in the pocket. John was making good reads, just kind of slipping on the inside, landing that straight right hook combo. And soon after you saw that, I mean, John was able to catch him and drop Jamie with another right hook. Once he found the timing of that, I mean, he made quick work of him. He kept perfect distance between them. John wasn't rushing in. He also wasn't striking from range. He just kind of kept enough space to bait out that right hook and then started countering it multiple times. Landed the knee to keep Jamie off of the takedowns and really just dictated the pace. He's able to stuff the double legs and just rained elbows from mouth to finish the fight. It was a fantastic performance for John Yannis. But Nana, what'd you think on this one?
Yeah, it was an absolute banger of a fight. Great performance. Just absolute textbook. I think the thing that stood out to me was John's ability to really generate a lot of speed and torque in those counter punches. He was able to get off that center line, like you're saying, and slip and then crack with a heavy right hand, left hand. Just anything he was throwing just had a lot of velocity, a lot of miles per hour, a lot of heat coming behind it there. And can't stand the heat. Got to get out of the kitchen. And that's unfortunately what Jamie had to do there on Saturday evening. But yeah, hell of a way to start off the card. Great speed, great tenacity. Representing Houston here, John Yannis. He just has that edge to him, and I think someone I'm definitely going to keep an eye on, but not sure what's next for him. Obviously, starting off the card here, bantamweight, a lot of firecrackers in that division, but we'll keep an eye on him. I'm excited to see what's next. Big knockout win. MMAnomaly, bring us home, brother.
Brother. I mean, this was a solid win. John Yannis bounced back with a strong TKO here. First round, 2 minutes and 43 seconds in. He looked really solid. Power, timing showed up big time in this one when it mattered. And a nice statement win after whatever setbacks he's faced before. He also earned the finish bonus, obviously. When you get that finish bonus, you get an extra, 25, 50K? Either way, solid win for him. Solid loss for me, if I'm being honest. We did have the total Canada parlay, which he busted right away. Like a straight up virgin, just busted in the first pump. But you know what happens? It happens to the best of us, right? Right, Pip? Love you, brother. No, I thought it was a great fight for anyone not named Jamie Siraj. As far as for what's next, man, I got to go to the guy that did the first breakdown. Pip, you have a name on the tip of your tongue? Grimy, I knew you'd love that. I knew you'd love that. You just busted solid right away. Just busted the parlay, bro. I'm sorry, I busted.
So I do have a name for John Yannis. I cannot pronounce it. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm
even more excited now.
Alatangeli Alatang. If you don't know what I'm trying to say, the Mongolian Knight. Thank you. The Mongolian Knight is way easier, so I would say let's run that. Yeah. I think that's a fun shout.
The Mongolian Knight's a very fun shout. And Nano, do you have another fun shout possibly?
I do not. But I'll take Alatang all day. Let's go. Good shout.
That is a very, very fun one, bro. Yeah, John Yannis looked good. I wouldn't mind seeing him against an Alatang, the fucking Mongolian Knight. I think that's actually a very fun shout. The only other name that I think would make a lot of sense, or rather two names, I should say, are Jiu-Jitsu. Yu Su Young, right? I think that's another fun name. And another namesake kind of value is, I don't know, maybe Chris El Guapo Gutierrez. I think that'd be a fun one, man. I don't know. I think that'd be a fun one.
Would be a fun name. Would be a fun fight. I think it might be a big jump, but it would be funny nonetheless.
It'd be a big jump, but again, like, he looked really good in this fight, and he's what is his age? I don't think is he that young? He's 31, so he's not super young. He doesn't have a ton of time. That's the only reason I want to kind of pole vault him a little bit, you know? I once two-pump chumped the same chick twice. Not the same night. I'm not proud of that. If it was the same night, I would actually say it was impressive.
That happens.
The fact that it was different nights, it's just sad.
It's even worse.
Oh, man. We have a soundbite for that. It happens.
Fatality.
That's what she was saying.
That was a return call. He wasn't getting back.
Oh, man. She lost connection. Real quick. With that being said, we appreciate each and every one of you for being here in the chat. You in the chat don't understand how much you make the show better. You're the reason we went 2 hours and 14 minutes right now. We were planning to do like an hour and a half tops. So thank you for extending the show. Thank you for making it that much more fun And thank you for being a part of the MMA Anomaly family. And if you did bet, if you did hit anything, if you did enjoy any specific fight or moment of the show, let us know in the comments below. Let us know we're doing well. Let us know we can do better. Either way, we appreciate the feedback. And if you none of the above, if you don't comment, that's fine. We don't judge. We love you. We appreciate you all the same. As long as you do the next two things, we ask that you keep on going, and we really ask that you keep on growing. We'll see you next time. Let's go.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.